I speak the word of abundance. I speak the word of divine supply. I now erase from my mind every thought of lack, limitation, and fear. There is no lack in divine mind, and I am one with the divine mind. Therefore, there is no lack in my life. I walk in the light of infinite riches. I live in the consciousness of unlimited wealth. The floodgates of abundance are now open, and the riches of the universe are pouring into my life freely, fully, and without delay. I do not strain. I do not worry. I do not chase. I magnetize. I attract. I receive. All that is mine by divine right is now released to me. It is mine by divine law. It is mine by divine timing. I let go of anxiety, and I claim my supply. God is my immediate and eternal source of supply. I do not look to man. I do not look to circumstance. I do not look to the world. I look to God. And God never fails. Therefore, I cannot fail. Therefore, money cannot fail to come to me. It is already on its way. I praise its arrival. I rejoice in its increase. I bless its flow. Large sums of money come to me quickly and easily under grace in perfect ways. Large sums of money come to me quickly and easily under grace in perfect ways. Again I say, large sums of money come to me quickly and easily under grace in perfect ways. Every bill is paid, every need is met, every desire is fulfilled. I do not beg, I receive. I do not fear, I know. I do not doubt, I speak the word, and the word does not return void. The law of prosperity is now working for me. The law of good is now established in my life. What is mine cannot be held back. What is mine cannot be delayed. What is mine flows to me with divine timing and divine order. I now stand fearless before the invisible. I speak the word of faith, and the word becomes flesh. I declare, riches are mine now. Opportunities are mine now. Perfect channels are opening now. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. Under grace, in perfect ways. God is my supply. God is my source. I turn away from appearances. I turn away from fear. I turn away from numbers and news and noise. I look to the infinite. I look to the one mind, the one power, the one source. I lift my vision above the facts and fix it upon the truth. And the truth is, I am provided for. I am cared for. I am not forsaken, and I am never forgotten. All things I need, all things I seek, all things I desire are already complete in divine mind. There is no delay in spirit. There is no lack in spirit. There is only supply, flowing and full, endless and eternal. God is my supply, and I am connected to this supply through faith. I do not earn supply through effort. I do not force supply through fear. I receive supply through trust. I align with truth. I speak the word, and the word becomes flesh. I declare, I affirm, I know God is my supply. I rest in this knowing. I relax into this truth. I do not need to see it to believe it. I believe it, and then I see it. I do not chase, I attract. I do not doubt, I declare. I do not stress, I speak. And the word I speak is power. The word I speak is law. The word I speak moves the unseen and brings forth the seen. I now call upon my divine supply. I now claim my divine inheritance. I was never meant to live in lack. I was never meant to struggle. I was never meant to go without. These are lies of fear, not laws of God. The law of God is abundance. The law of God is sufficiency. The law of God is overflow, and I am under this law now. Not the law of man, but the law of spirit. I walk in a higher law. I live in a higher vibration. I move with faith and speak with authority. God is my supply, and large sums of money come to me, quickly and easily, under grace, in perfect ways. I speak it again. Large sums of money come to me, quickly and easily, under grace in perfect ways. I do not worry how, I do not worry when, I only know the source. And the source is faithful. The source is endless. The source is mine. I now relax every muscle. I now soften every thought. I now silence every doubt. I am safe. I am still. I am supplied. I do not need to push. I do not need to beg. I do not need to hustle. I walk in trust. I walk in flow. I walk in favor. What is mine is flowing to me. What is mine cannot be blocked. What is mine cannot be delayed. What is mine by divine right. All channels are open now. All gates are unlocked now. All barriers are dissolved now. I let it come. I let it flow. I let it rise. God is my supply. I return to this truth again and again. I let it cover me like a blanket. I let it wash over me like water. I let it calm me like morning light. I am held. I am provided for. I am never alone. I speak this word as law. All that I need comes to me now. All that I desire comes to me now. All that I have asked for is already mine in spirit. I open to receive. I open with peace. I open with praise. I praise the unseen. I praise the invisible. I praise the process, for I know it is already done. My words are not empty. My words are seeds. I speak them in love. I speak them in power. I speak them in full faith. I do not need to feel ready, I already am. I do not need to make it happen, it already is. I place no limits on God. I remove all limits from my mind. I am worthy of wealth. I am worthy of ease. I am worthy of peace. I release every past belief of struggle. I release every thought of delay. I now declare, the money I need is here. The money I want is here. The money that belongs to me is here. It comes to me now in ways I cannot imagine. It comes to me now from channels I do not yet see. It comes to me now by divine direction. I give thanks for what is already mine. I give thanks in advance. I give thanks by faith. My heart is open. My life is ready. My spirit is steady. God is my supply. I shall not want. God is my supply. I do not fear. God is my supply. I am in peace. God is my supply. I am already rich in the unseen. I am already abundant in truth. I am already walking in my good. God is my supply, and I receive now. God is my supply, and I receive from that supply freely and fully. As I remain still in this truth, I begin to feel the soft movement of divine abundance unfolding around me. I do not need to grasp. I do not need to strive. I do not need to make anything happen. What is mine is drawn to me. What belongs to me finds me. What is prepared for me appears before me no through strain, but through spiritual alignment. I am a magnet, and my magnetism is made powerful by the words I speak and the faith I hold. I speak truth, and truth responds. I expect good, and good appears. I stand in the knowing that I am magnetic to every form of divine riches. The money I desire, the opportunities I long for, the blessings I silently pray for, they are already finding their way to me. I do not chase wealth. I do not run after money. I do not run after clients or contracts or coins. Instead, I stand in light. I stand in love. I stand in law. And I let the law do the lifting. I let the law bring it to me. I know that money does not come from people, it comes through people. I know that wealth does not come from a job, it comes through a job. The source is always God. The source is always spirit. And when I am aligned with my source, I cannot be denied what is already mine. My magnetism is not in my effort, it is in my energy. It is in my words. It is in my inner knowing. And I now affirm, I am a magnet for divine riches. Riches come in many forms, and I accept them all. I accept wealth in money. I accept wealth in ideas. I accept wealth in wisdom. I accept wealth in opportunities. I accept wealth in divine timing. I no longer turn away from the flow. I no longer limit how good can come. I no longer try to control the channels. I simply remain still, and I allow. I allow the floodgates to open. I allow the unexpected to show up. I allow the blessings to surprise me. Large sums of money come to me now, and I accept them with joy, with grace, with peace. There is no guilt in receiving. There is no fear in abundance. There is no shame in overflow. I was created to receive. I was created to expand. I was created to reflect divine fullness. I do not apologize for my wealth. I radiate it. I now draw to me what is aligned with my highest good. I draw clients who are kind. I draw money that is clean. I draw partnerships that are peaceful. I draw offers that are honest. I draw ideas that multiply. The better I feel, the more I attract. The more I trust, the faster it flows. The more I bless, the more I receive. My magnetism increases with praise. My magnetism expands with gratitude. My magnetism deepens with faith. And I do not need to feel perfect to receive. I do not need to perform to attract. I only need to return to truth. I only need to rest in faith. I only need to speak the word and expect results. And the word I now speak is, I am a magnet for money. I am a magnet for miracles. I am a magnet for increase. The law of attraction is not outside of mate, is the law of my own being. My words are commands. My thoughts are containers. My emotions are signals. And I now speak words of wealth. I now think thoughts of wealth. I now feel the vibration of wealth. I do not try to convince myself. I return to remembering. I remember who I am. I remember whose I am. I remember that I am backed by the power that shapes galaxies. I remember that money is not bigger than God. I remember that wealth is not outside of me, it is already within me, seeking expression. I now bless all that I have, and I magnetize more. I bless every coin, every dollar, every note that has ever come to me. I bless the hands it passed through. I bless the good it created. And I bless the greater that is coming. I open every part of myself to receive. My hands are open, my heart is open, my home is open, my life is open. I am no longer holding money out with doubt. I am no longer delaying money with fear. I am no longer pushing it away with guilt. I welcome it in with love. I welcome it in with joy. I welcome it in with trust. It finds me now. It reaches me now. It flows to me now. I do not question how, I only affirm that it is done. I allow it. I expect it. I receive it. I know who I am. I know what I carry. I know what I deserve. And what I deserve is already making its way to me now. I attract it. I draw it. I receive it. I am a magnet for divine riches. I am a magnet for divine riches, and because I am a magnet, the law of increase is always working for me. It cannot be turned off. It cannot be interrupted. It cannot be reversed. The law of increase is spiritual law, and spiritual law never fails. I do not need to see evidence before I believe in its power. I believe, and the evidence follows. I trust the law. I align with the law. I speak in harmony with the law. And I am now surrounded by a divine energy that causes everything I touch to multiply. Everything I give returns multiplied. Every word I speak returns magnified. Every good intention brings a harvest. There is no loss in spirit. There is only expansion, only multiplication, only increase. I do not shrink in fear. I do not contract in doubt. I do not hold back in panic. I release with love. I give with joy. I plant with expectation. I am always increasing, I am always rising. I am always growing. The money I spend returns tenfold. The good I give out circles back in greater form. The blessings I extend flow back into my life as abundance, as peace, as wealth. I am not afraid to give, for I know the source. I do not lose when I give, I rise when I give. I do not diminish when I release, I expand. Because the law of increase cannot be broken, and I live under that law, I live in that vibration, I move in that rhythm. I now release all past beliefs that told me I would run out. I release all memories that taught me that giving meant losing. I erase the old programming of fear, lack, and limitation. I no longer operate from the false belief that there is not enough. There is more than enough. There is always enough. There will forever be enough. I now speak the word of increase. I declare the law of growth. I affirm the power of expansion. I am open. I am ready. I am available to receive. I am available to give. I am available to multiply. I bless what I have. I look around me and I bless it. I bless my home. I bless my income. I bless my accounts. I bless my ideas. I bless my mind. I bless my body. I bless my life. I bless every dollar, no matter how small, and I watch it grow. What I bless increases. What I appreciate multiplies. What I thank expands. I walk through my day blessing every good thing. I bless the ones who give to me. I bless the ones I give to. I bless the store where I spend. I bless the clients who pay. I bless the strangers who cross my path. I walk in a constant state of increase, and everything around me is drawn into that vibration. I do not compare. I do not compete. I do not worry. The law of increase is personal. It is tailored to me. It meets me exactly where I am and takes me exactly where I am meant to be. There is no pressure. There is no urgency. There is no race. Increase happens in perfect timing, in perfect rhythm, in perfect grace. I relax into the knowing that every day I am expanding. Every moment I am growing. Even when I feel still, I am multiplying. Even when I feel quiet, I am increasing. Even when I do not see change, the change is happening beneath the surface. I plant seeds with every word. I plant seeds with every act of love. I plant seeds with every gift, every prayer, every blessing. And I never worry about the harvest. The harvest is guaranteed. The harvest is already forming. The harvest is always greater than the seed. So I give with open hands. I release with joy. I let go with peace. I allow the law to carry my gift forward and return it in multiplied form. I am no longer focused on how. I am focused on who. And the who is spirit. The who is the source. The who is always faithful. I speak the word of increase and the universe listens. I speak the word of increase and the world responds. I speak the word of increase and all things begin to move in my favor. I bless what I give, and I bless what comes back. I bless the cycle. I bless the process. I bless the law. I am no longer afraid of giving too much. I am no longer afraid of losing. I give in faith. I receive in joy. I rise in gratitude. I live in the flow of the law of increase. I live in the law of increase, and because I live in that law, what is mine cannot be lost. What is mine cannot be taken. What is mine cannot be denied. I do not beg for it. I do not chase after it. I do not force it into place. I do not need to hold it with fear or grip it with anxiety. I trust the higher law. I trust divine timing. I trust divine order. What belongs to me by divine right moves toward me now. What has my name on it is already finding me. It may come from a place I've never seen. It may flow from a hand I've never shaken. It may arrive through means I never imagined. But I do not need to know the how. I only rest in the knowing that what is mine is already moving toward me. I relax. I release. I receive. I do not stand in fear. I do not block the flow with doubt. I do not hold the door closed with worry. I open. I trust. I allow. All that I desire, all that I need, all that I asked for is on its way. I trust the delay is never a denial. I trust the wait is never a waste. I trust the time is always right. I trust the process. I trust the plan. I trust the power that governs all things. I do not look at the clock. I do not look at the calendar. I look at the truth. And the truth is, what is mine cannot miss me. No person can block it. No event can prevent it. No force can stop it. I am aligned with divine law. I am aligned with perfect order. I am aligned with the infinite. And the infinite never forgets. The infinite never fails. The infinite never runs out. I let go of all attachment. I let go of all fear of losing. I let go of all need to cling. If it is mine, it stays. If it is mine, it returns. If it is mine, it grows. I bless what leaves. I bless what returns. I bless what comes. I bless what goes. And I declare, I do not lose. I only align. The more I trust, the faster it flows. The more I rest, the more I receive. The more I bless, the more I expand. I now move through life with ease, knowing everything I desire is already unfolding. I do not rush the process. I do not resist the unfolding. I do not fear the unknown. I remain in peace. I remain in faith. I remain in grace. All things are working for my highest good. Even when I do not see it, it is working. Even when I do not feel it, it is working. Even when I do not understand it, it is working. I declare that everything meant for me is arriving in perfect order. I declare that everything prepared for me is appearing in divine timing. I declare that every door I need is opening now. I walk through life knowing I cannot miss what is mine. I cannot lose what belongs to me. I cannot be passed over for what has already been written with my name. There is no need to panic. There is no need to fear. There is no need to strive. I release the tension. I release the urgency. I release the need to control. I lean into trust. I lean into peace. I lean into divine wisdom. It knows the way. It leads the way. It clears the way. I step into the path of right action, right place, right time. I meet the right people. I hear the right words. I say the right yes. I know the right no. I am guided without confusion. I am protected without effort. I am provided for without fear. I now walk as one who is claimed by grace. I walk as one who is covered by spirit. I walk as one who has nothing to prove and nothing to fear. I do not explain myself. I do not defend what I know is mine. I hold my peace. I hold my posture. I hold my power. I now declare again, what is mine cannot be denied. It is drawn to me like a magnet. It reaches me with ease. It finds me in rest. It comes to me in peace. I let go of worry. I let go of control. I let go of doubt. I live by law. I speak with faith. I rest in grace. I open to receive. I open to receive because I trust the divine law that governs all things, and in this trust I now declare that money is my servant, not my master. Money serves me. Money flows to me and through me with divine purpose. Money is not my ruler. It does not command my worth. It does not define my value. It does not control my peace. I am not beneath it. I am above it. I do not bow to money. I bless it. I use it wisely. I command it by spiritual law. I am no longer afraid of it. I am no longer ruled by it. I now see money for what it is, a tool, a servant, a channel. It goes where I direct it. It grows where I plant it. It flows where I bless it. I do not speak of money with fear. I do not think of money with guilt. I do not act around money with confusion. I am calm. I am clear. I am grounded. I bless the money I have, and it multiplies. I use it with purpose, and it returns with increase. I let it go with joy, and it comes back with grace. Money is not my enemy. It is not something to chase. It is not something to fear. It is not something to worship. It is something I welcome, something I work with, something I hold lightly and wisely. I do not panic about money. I do not obsess about money. I do not hoard money. I flow with it. I cooperate with it. I honor it as a tool of the Spirit. I now declare that I am free from the chains of financial fear. I am free from lack thinking. I am free from survival energy. I am free from thoughts that told me I had to suffer for money. I release the idea that I must earn love by sacrifice. I release the belief that struggle is holy. I release the story that poverty is piety. I embrace the truth that abundance is alignment. I embrace the truth that wealth is a reflection of divine law. I embrace the truth that my finances are not my identity, they are my expression. I express truth. I express purpose. I express peace. And so, my money expresses peace too. I no longer allow money to lead me. I lead money. I lead it with vision. I lead it with clarity. I lead it with divine intention. I lead it with grace. I direct it toward good. I direct it toward healing. I direct it toward increase. I direct it toward beauty, toward generosity, toward expansion. I am not afraid to make decisions. I am not afraid to say no. I am not afraid to invest. I am not afraid to give. I do not act from desperation. I act from peace. I act from wisdom. I act from divine instruction. I am no longer controlled by fear of running out. I am no longer gripped by panic about not enough. I am now seated in the consciousness of more than enough. More than enough flows to me now. More than enough fills my life now. More than enough meets every need, answers every request, fulfills every purpose. I do not shrink when expenses rise. I do not shake when challenges appear. I do not tremble when the bank balance drops. I remain steady. I remain rooted. I remain strong. Because money is not my master. God is my source. The source has never failed me. The source has never forgotten me. The source has never lacked. And so I lack nothing. I lack no wisdom. I lack no solution. I lack no support. I lack no provision. I command my money with trust. I command my money with vision. I command my money with divine confidence. I speak increase over what I have. I speak order over what I spend. I speak peace over what I manage. I do not avoid my money, I embrace it. I do not ignore my money, I organize it. I do not fear my money, I understand it. I take care of it with joy. I plan with wisdom. I give with ease. I receive with grace. Money comes to me to serve me, and it serves me well. It serves my purpose. It serves my calling. It serves my expansion. It serves my rest. I allow it to be a blessing. I allow it to be light. I allow it to be joyful. I allow it to be easy. I let it serve me as I serve something higher. I do not serve money. I let it serve me. I do not chase money. I let it follow me. I do not submit to money. I rise in truth and speak with power. I lead with love, and money follows. I now speak gently. I now speak boldly. I now speak with the power that was given to me from the beginning. I give thanks. I give thanks for the increase. I give thanks for the flow. I give thanks for the overflow. Gratitude is my magnet. Gratitude is my channel. Gratitude is my gateway to more. I do not wait to give thanks until it appears. I give thanks now. I give thanks in faith. I give thanks in advance. I give thanks with calm. I give thanks with certainty, because I know it is already mine in the invisible. I know it is already here in substance. I know it is already formed in spirit, and what is formed in spirit will manifest in perfect ways. I now live in the vibration of gratitude. I now walk in the atmosphere of answered prayer. I do not need to beg for what is already mine. I do not plead with what is already promised. I simply say thank you. I thank the source. I thank the law. I thank the timing. I thank the unseen forces arranging every detail. I thank the ideas that are coming. I thank the money that is moving. I thank the clients that are deciding. I thank the paths that are opening. I thank the answers that are already prepared. My heart is open. My mind is still. My spirit is settled. I dwell in thanksgiving. I no longer need to prove anything. I no longer need to fix anything. I no longer need to push against anything. I breathe. I bless. I believe. And I give thanks. I give thanks for every dollar that has come into my hands. I give thanks for every dollar that has flowed from them. I give thanks for every hand that has given to me. I give thanks for every hand I have given to. I give thanks for the divine circle, the endless movement, the perfect circulation of good. Money flows in, money flows out, money flows back, always in divine rhythm, always in divine order. I now live in that rhythm. I now rest in that order. I no longer fear the giving. I no longer fear the waiting. I no longer fear the unknown. I give thanks through every step of the process. I give thanks in the middle. I give thanks in the in-between. I give thanks when I see it, and I give thanks when I do not. Because gratitude is not a reaction, it is a decision. It is a posture. It is a law, and I stand under that law now. I live by that law now. I rise in that law now. I give thanks. I give thanks for the miracles that are still forming. I give thanks for the doors that are opening quietly. I give thanks for the overflow that is making its way to me through peaceful, perfect channels. I do not need to understand how. I only need to say thank you. I do not need to predict the path. I only need to praise the source. I do not need to control the outcome. I only need to celebrate the truth. The truth is, I am taken care of. The truth is, I am provided for. The truth is, I am supported by a power greater than myself. I lean into that truth. I relax into that truth. I give thanks in that truth. I let go of complaints. I let go of fear. I let go of the noise that tells me there is not enough. I let go of the worry that says it won't come. I let go of the pressure that tells me to rush. I rest in thankfulness. I rise in thankfulness. I expand in thankfulness. I breathe in peace, and I breathe out praise. I breathe in stillness, and I breathe out joy. I breathe in grace, and I breathe out thanksgiving. The overflow is already here. The blessing is already on the way. The supply is already released. I receive it with a grateful heart. I receive it with a grateful mind. I receive it with open hands and lifted eyes. I bless the increase. I bless the multiplication. I bless the return. I bless the quiet surprises and the loud breakthroughs. I bless the little provisions and the large gifts. I bless the small beginnings and the great unfolding. I give thanks. Again and again, I give thanks. In the morning I give thanks. In the evening I give thanks. In the waiting I give thanks. In the rising I give thanks. In the stillness I give thanks. In the overflow I give thanks. And with every word of gratitude I speak, my world shifts, my atmosphere lifts, my abundance multiplies. I become a clearer channel. I become a stronger magnet. I become a faithful receiver. I do not just want wealth, I welcome it. I do not just need abundance, I thank it. I do not just hope for supply, I live in the vibration of its arrival. And so I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. And now I stand in the center of all that I have spoken, wrapped in peace, filled with trust, surrounded by grace. I have spoken the word, and the word is law. I have declared truth, and truth is moving on my behalf. I have released fear, and I have embraced faith. I do not wait to feel ready, I am already prepared. I do not wait to be worthy, I was born worthy. I do not wait to be chosen. I am already chosen. I am aligned. I am guided. I am supported. I am provided for. Everything I desire is already unfolding. Everything I need is already flowing. Everything I dream of is already forming. I allow it. I accept it. I welcome it. I receive it under grace, in perfect ways.
There is a secret law, invisible to the eyes yet carved upon the soul of creation. Few ever hear it, for it is not shouted upon the streets, nor printed in the proclamations of men. It is a command radiant and sure, which governs all life. When obeyed, it unlocks doors no mortal hand could open. When ignored, it leaves the seeker wandering in shadows of fear and limitation. Man's word is his wand. What he decrees in thought and speech becomes flesh before him. Yet beneath the power of affirmation, beneath the law of sowing and reaping, there lies a command greater still. This hidden command waits unspoken for the soul to awaken. It whispers, align your word with the infinite, and the infinite aligns with you. Life is not chance nor cruel fate. Life is exact mathematics of the unseen. Whatever image the heart paints upon the canvas of mind, the universe brings into form. But the hidden command reveals that it is not enough to merely declare. One must declare with authority, without doubt, without reversal. The moment a word is spoken in faith, the law begins its swift work. To question it, to fear its unfolding, is to tie the very hands of supply. The command is this: stand still and know. For in the stillness of trust, the universe hastens. The hidden power moves when man ceases to interfere. Many speak the word, yet rush anxiously to dig up the seed, to see if it grows. They weaken their harvest through fear of delay. But the law is sure. The seed knows how to root, the soil knows how to nourish, the sun knows how to shine. The command is not striving, but resting in certainty. When man gives thanks before the gift is visible, he proves his faith in the invisible. Gratitude is the golden key that swings wide the gates. To thank is to command with joy. To praise is to hasten supply. The one who holds unwavering praise in the face of seeming loss is already master of conditions. For he knows the truth that appearances are shadows, and the hidden command governs the substance behind all shadows. This command is never written in the books of law, nor carved upon stone. It is etched within the eternal self. It is not taught by the world, for the world clamors with doubt, fear, and resistance. Yet the soul that hears and obeys becomes unshakable. Mountains move, seas divide, and hidden doors swing open. The command is faith in action. Faith that does not falter. It says, speak the word, stand in silence, give thanks and receive. All else is noise. All else is illusion. When man takes his stand in the hidden command, life itself becomes his obedient servant. The word is the wand of creation. Every utterance, every phrase, every vibration that leaves the lips is a seed cast into the fertile soil of the unseen. Words are not idle sounds. They are messengers. Winged forces that take shape and speed into the universe, carrying with them the tone, the intention, and the power of the speaker. They do not vanish into air, though the ear may hear them only for a moment. They take root in the invisible realm, where thought and spirit mold them into form. Whatever man calls comes. Whatever he names lives. Whatever decree he makes in faith becomes the reality before his eyes. The power of the spoken word is ancient, older than stone, older than scripture. In the beginning, it is said, the word moved upon the void, and creation answered. That same current still flows through the tongue of man. Each individual is endowed with the same creative command. Yet few know the force that rests in their own speech. They fling words of doubt, complaint, and fear without measure, and then wonder why their path is tangled with obstacles. They call for lack and speak of failure, and the universe, ever obedient, reflects their decree. For the word never questions, it only creates according to its vibration. To understand the word as the wand of creation is to know that every phrase holds within it the seed of destiny. One word of courage, spoken with unwavering belief, can dissolve years of bondage. One declaration of abundance, held steady in the face of appearances, can draw rivers of supply from unseen channels. One sentence of love, sincerely uttered, can mend hearts, restore harmony, and rebuild shattered paths. The wand does not work in hesitation, it works in certainty. To wave it half-heartedly is to scatter weak sparks that vanish in the wind. To wield it with authority is to command the very elements of life to align. The subconscious is the silent workshop where these words take shape. Whatever is impressed upon it through repeated decree and emotional intensity becomes law. It does not argue, it does not reason, it only obeys. When one speaks, "I am strong," the subconscious begins its hidden work to align all forces of body and mind towards strength. When one says, "I am weak, I am tired, I cannot," that same workshop builds weakness, drains energy, and produces barriers. The subconscious is like fertile soil. It does not choose the seed. It simply nurtures whatever is planted. The conscious word is the hand that sows, and the harvest is inevitable. Therefore, to speak is to cast spells. Every conversation is a ritual, every statement a decree. When one speaks of lack, the spell of poverty is woven. When one speaks of health, the spell of vitality takes hold. When one speaks in anger, the spell of discord is cast. But when one speaks in harmony, in praise, in faith, the spell of miracles begins its silent weaving. The wand is always in motion. The only question is whether the hand wields it with wisdom or folly. Children understand this law before they are trained to doubt. They speak their desires aloud, declaring them with certainty, and often see them fulfilled. They have not yet learned to cancel their words with fear. Their wand is pure, and the universe responds. But as man grows, he is taught to weigh, to question, to speak of limitation, to confess weakness. He learns to brandish his wand against himself. The lesson of life is to return to that childlike faith, to speak with the same authority and trust, but with the wisdom of knowing that every syllable shapes destiny. The word does not wait for proof. Proof follows the word. To say, "I will believe it when I see it," is to chain the wand. The true command is, "I will see it because I believe it." The word goes forth first, blazing the trail, and the conditions of life march behind. That is why those who constantly affirm the good, who keep their tongues from complaint, who declare blessings instead of burdens, walk paths lined with opportunities. Their wand clears the way before them. There is no idle word. Casual speech carries the same seed as deliberate decree. The joke spoken in fear, the careless remark of lack, the habitual complaint. These are seeds as potent as affirmations of health and abundance. Many weave the fabric of their troubles with their own speech, day after day, without seeing the pattern they have created. Then they stand astonished before the garment life hands them, not knowing it was woven thread by thread through the words they spoke. To wield the wand wisely is to guard the lips. It is to speak only that which one desires to see manifest. If anger rises, silence holds the wand steady. If fear knocks, the wand answers not with weakness but with words of victory. If appearances threaten, the wand declares the truth of abundance, harmony, and strength. The wise one watches his words as a king watches his decrees, for he knows that each word is law unto his own life. When the word is aligned with faith, it cuts through obstacles as a sword through paper. No wall can stand before it, no mountain can resist its force. It summons helpers, opens doors, draws supply, restores health, and calms storms. It is not mere speech, it is creation in motion. And the one who understands this power walks with quiet authority, for he knows that his tongue is the rudder of his destiny, and his every word steers the ship of life toward harbor or toward wreck. The law moves only through unwavering faith. Faith is the current that carries the word into manifestation, the invisible thread that binds the spoken decree to its inevitable form. Without faith, the word is but a shadow, a sound without substance, a spark extinguished before it meets the flame. Faith gives breath to the invisible. It clothes the unseen with reality. It builds bridges where no path is visible to the eye. The universe does not answer doubt. It answers certainty. The law does not bend to hesitation. It responds to commands spoken in trust. Man lives in a world where appearances parade themselves as truth. Circumstances rise like walls, threatening his peace, his provision, his health, his joy. Yet these appearances are but smoke. Shadows without true foundation. They hold their strength only when man bends to them in fear. The law is higher than appearances. It is the eternal rhythm that cannot fail, the precise mathematics of the unseen. To align with it, man must lift his gaze above what the senses report and plant his vision in the realm of certainty. That certainty is faith. Faith does not argue. Faith does not question. Faith does not demand to see proof before it believes. Faith declares the word and rests in the knowledge that the law is already in motion. The seed once planted does not ask if the soil will feed it. The sun does not question if it will rise tomorrow. The ocean does not pause to wonder if the tide will return. Faith is the natural order of the universe. Only man, through doubt, breaks the harmony. But when he chooses to trust, when he stands unwavering, the law rushes to meet him, and the unseen becomes visible. To waver is to delay. To doubt is to reverse the current. One moment of faith spoken with authority sets the law in action, yet one moment of fear can cancel the decree. The double-minded man speaks life with one breath and lack with the next, and wonders why the soil yields nothing. The law is exact. It cannot multiply faith and doubt together. It cannot bring forth abundance when lack is spoken in the same tone. It cannot deliver health when sickness is confessed in the same mouth that affirms healing. The current requires clarity. The law obeys the single note of certainty. Unwavering faith is the anchor. It holds steady when the storm rages. It does not shift when appearances contradict the word. It stands still, knowing that the promise is already kept in the invisible. Many plant their seed of faith, and then rush to uncover the soil, searching for signs of growth. They weaken the root with their impatience. True faith plants and leaves the seed to flourish in silence. It waters with gratitude, it nourishes with praise, it guards against the weeds of fear. It does not dig up, it does not doubt, it does not disturb. It trusts the hidden process of the law. The subconscious mind is the fertile ground in which faith takes root. It is impressionable, ready to accept whatever is spoken with conviction. If man speaks the word with wavering, the subconscious does not receive it deeply. If he speaks with authority, if he feels the truth of his declaration, the subconscious engraves it as law. From there, the outer world begins its rearrangement to match the inner decree. The law moves swiftly when the seed is firmly planted. Delay comes not from the universe, but from the instability of the one who speaks. Faith is not struggle. Faith is release. Struggle comes from fear, from the belief that one must force results through effort or control. Faith knows the work is already done in the unseen. Faith rests while the law fulfills. To be unwavering is to cease the inner conflict, to silence the voice of fear, to deny the whispers of impossibility. Faith holds to the word spoken as though it were already visible, and in due season, it becomes so. Every master of life has known this secret, that the law is impartial, exact, and faithful only to the decree held without wavering. One may speak words of abundance, but if his heart trembles with fear of loss, the law answers the fear more than the word. One may affirm strength, but if he indulges weakness in thought and action, the law brings forth weakness. It is not enough to utter phrases. The heart and the tongue must agree, and both must stand unshaken. Faith is the invisible contract. It signs the unseen covenant between man and the universe. The moment faith is set, the law begins its work. The outer world may still look barren, but beneath the surface, forces are rearranging. Supply is moving, doors are shifting, paths are being cleared. The man of unwavering faith does not wait in anxiety, he waits in assurance. He does not speak of delay, he speaks of fulfillment. He does not bow to appearances, he bows only to the unseen law that never fails. To cultivate such faith is to master the self. The tongue must be disciplined to speak only words of truth. The mind must be guarded against images of fear. The heart must be anchored in gratitude for what is already given in the invisible. Faith is not a passing emotion but a state of alignment. It is the vibration that summons reality. When one lives in unwavering faith, he becomes magnetic, drawing to himself people, circumstances, and opportunities that align with his decree. The law moves only through unwavering faith, for faith is the key that turns the lock of the unseen. It is the light that dispels the shadow of appearances. It is the bridge between word and form, the assurance that what is spoken in authority cannot fail to manifest. The universe waits not for effort, not for struggle, not for fear, but for the steady tone of certainty that knows the truth before the eyes can see it. Stand still and know the work is complete. There is a divine order that moves silently beneath the clamor of appearances, an order that does not falter, delay, or forget. When man stands still, he withdraws from the turmoil of doubt and the noise of fear, and in that stillness, he becomes aligned with the law that has already fulfilled his word. To stand still is not weakness, it is not passivity, it is the highest form of command, for it declares to the universe, I trust, I believe, I rest in certainty. The law does not require man's frantic effort, nor his anxious interference. It requires only his steadfast recognition that the unseen has already answered, that the moment the word is spoken in faith, the work is finished in the invisible. The impulse of the human mind is to rush, to force, to strive. As though the universe were deaf and must be persuaded, as though supply were reluctant and must be pursued, as though the promise were incomplete and must be pushed into place. Yet the hidden wisdom is that all creation is already complete. Every answer exists, every supply is prepared, every path is cleared in the infinite. The only barrier is man's restless doubt. When he insists on struggling, he builds walls where none exist. When he stands still, he removes resistance, and the law fulfills swiftly and without obstruction. Standing still does not mean indifference. It does not mean abandoning vision or refusing inspired action. It means holding inner calm while the universe arranges the outer form. It means refusing to be moved by the threatening shadows of appearances. It means gazing into the storm with unshaken peace, knowing the command has already parted the seas. To stand still is to live in the consciousness of victory, while the outer world still wears the mask of trial. The one who can hold this posture becomes unshakable, for he no longer dances to the rhythm of fear, but stands in harmony with the eternal. When man speaks the word, the law begins its work at once. But impatience often drives him to interfere. He plants the seed of truth, and then digs up the soil to check if it grows. He declares abundance, then rushes into worry at the first sign of lack. He affirms health, then cancels his decree with anxious confession of symptoms. The hidden command calls him to stillness, to cease undoing what has been set in motion. The seed must be left in silence to root. The soil must be trusted. The unseen must be honored for its invisible labor. The moment he ceases interference, the law moves unhindered, and the harvest comes in due season. Stillness is power. The rushing river carves valleys not through force but through constancy. The mountain stands unmoved for centuries, not by striving but by resting in its place. The stars shine their light across vast darkness without effort, simply by being. So too must man learn the art of stillness, the art of knowing that his word has already set forces into motion that cannot fail. The outer eye may see delay, but the inner knowing sees completion. The wise soul does not fret about time, for time itself is but a servant of the law, and the law never arrives late. In stillness, fear loses its grip. Fear thrives on movement, on the restless activity of the mind that questions, doubts, imagines failure. Stillness starves fear, for in silence the voice of truth grows louder. To stand still is to tune the inner ear to the eternal command. It is done. This inner assurance creates an atmosphere in which miracles appear natural, for the law moves freely through the open channel of trust. The one who is still becomes a magnet for divine order, drawing solutions and opportunities without struggle. To know the work is complete is to live in gratitude before the gift arrives in form. Gratitude in advance is the highest expression of faith. It is the evidence of trust that does not wait for proof. The grateful heart calls forth the unseen and hastens its appearance. One who thanks the universe before the harvest has already claimed the harvest in consciousness. Stillness coupled with gratitude is an irresistible force, for it demonstrates that the soul has fully aligned with the truth of completion. There is a rhythm in life, a divine timing that cannot be hurried by anxiety nor slowed by delay. When man interferes, he stumbles. When he forces, he resists the flow. But when he stands still, he enters the rhythm of perfect order. Doors open at the right moment, supply arrives in the right measure. Guidance comes in the right direction. The hidden hand of the universe is never late, never confused, never hesitant. It is man's restlessness that creates distortion, while his stillness restores harmony. Standing still is the posture of authority. The king does not chase his servants, he speaks, and they obey. The general does not run to every soldier, he gives the order, and the army moves. So too must man understand his place in the law. His word is command, his faith is seal, his stillness is the proof of his authority. The universe reads his calm as certainty and rushes to fulfill his decree. The anxious soul betrays disbelief, but the still soul reveals mastery. The outer world is a mirror. When man is restless, the mirror reflects confusion. When he is fearful, the mirror reflects obstacles. When he is still, the mirror reflects completion. Appearances bow to the consciousness that refuses to bow to them. Circumstances rearrange themselves for the one who stands still in truth. The hidden command whispers not of struggle but of assurance, not of pursuit but of presence. To know the work is complete is to dwell already in the victory, while the world has yet to catch up with the decree. The work of creation is finished the moment the word is spoken in faith. Nothing more is needed but to rest in that knowledge. To strive after the finished work is to deny its completeness. To seek again for what has already been given is to overlook the treasure already placed in the invisible. Stillness is recognition, and recognition is alignment. The law moves freely when man ceases to oppose it with doubt, with fear, with impatience. The hidden current flows swiftly under the surface, building form from the invisible blueprint. All man must do is stand still and know. Gratitude is the golden key of supply. It is the invisible force that opens doors the world cannot unlock. The magnet that draws abundance from unseen realms, and the vibration that quickens the response of the universe to the spoken word. Many overlook the power of gratitude, treating it as a mere courtesy, a polite nod to circumstance, yet it is far more than that. Gratitude is recognition of the already fulfilled promise, acknowledgement that the invisible law has answered before the eyes can see, and the expression of trust that sets the current of supply in motion. It is the golden key, because it unlocks not with struggle or force, but with the simple, unwavering acknowledgement of the good already present and the good yet to come. When man fails to practice gratitude, he obstructs the very flow he seeks. The universe operates on the principle of attraction, like draws like, and the vibration of the heart calls forth its reflection in the outer world. A heart filled with complaint, worry, or fear emits a frequency of lack, and life mirrors that energy with circumstances of limitation. The tongue that speaks criticism, despair, or doubt reinforces the thought, building a cycle of resistance to the very supply it desires. Yet gratitude interrupts this pattern. Gratitude transforms perception, lifting man above appearances, aligning him with the law, and releasing the hidden resources of the invisible to manifest in form. The secret of true gratitude lies not in giving thanks for what is seen, for the visible is fleeting and often deceives the senses, but in giving thanks for the unseen, for the invisible law that governs all things. When one thanks for health, for provision, for protection, before the evidence appears, the gratitude itself becomes the declaration of faith. It is not merely an expression of politeness, but a command in the language of spirit. The universe does not differentiate between the spoken word and the emotion behind it. The heart that feels gratitude sets the unseen forces in motion with far greater power than words alone. Gratitude also has the ability to neutralize resistance. Every negative thought, every worry, every doubt is a weight that slows the flow of supply. But gratitude is a cleansing current. It dissolves fear, erases doubt, and aligns the soul with the perfect rhythm of divine order. By giving thanks, one affirms that all is well, that the law is working, and that nothing is lacking. In this state, the law moves with freedom, and abundance streams into the life as naturally as the sun rises each day. The one who cultivates gratitude never chases, never struggles, never doubts, for he knows that the invisible hand is already at work. Many try to force supply through effort, argument, or negotiation. Yet the universe is not persuaded by struggle, it responds to vibration. A heart heavy with anxiety and complaint cannot receive the gold of provision, for the weight of lack blocks the channel. Gratitude, on the other hand, lifts the soul above the obstacle, creating a vibration that attracts the resources needed to fulfill the desire. The golden key does not require laborious pounding upon doors, but quiet recognition of the good already on its way, a trust that what has been sown will bear fruit in perfect season. Gratitude also multiplies the blessing. When man receives and thanks, he signals to the law that the flow is recognized and appreciated. The law never diminishes, it multiplies. A simple heart, thankful for one blessing, is prepared to receive 10 more. A grateful tongue calls forth greater abundance than a complaining one can ever attract. In this way, gratitude is not merely a reaction to receiving, but a proactive force, shaping the unseen conditions to bring forth more and more in harmony with the declared word. Children naturally understand the law of gratitude. They celebrate little joys with open hearts and receive the unseen with innocence and faith. The universe responds instantly to such vibration. As man matures, he learns to measure, to doubt, to withhold thanks until evidence appears. Yet the law always moves first in the invisible. The secret is to return to that childlike simplicity, giving thanks for the invisible as though it were already visible, trusting in the process, and feeling the joy of fulfillment before it takes form in the physical world. Gratitude is also the bridge between thought and manifestation. Every word spoken in faith must be supported by the feeling of its already accomplished result. Without gratitude, the word floats like a seed without soil. With gratitude, the seed finds fertile ground, takes root in the subconscious, and grows into form. The heart that practices constant, sincere thanksgiving becomes a magnet for supply, attracting health, prosperity, opportunities, and harmonious relationships in exact proportion to the frequency of appreciation. The golden key of gratitude works not only for material supply but for peace, protection, and guidance. When one is thankful for the unseen hand that guards and directs, he becomes aware of unseen solutions, avoids unnecessary conflict, and experiences safety in situations that otherwise might seem threatening. Gratitude heightens perception of the law's omnipresence and aligns the soul with wisdom beyond the ordinary mind. It is a state of consciousness that ensures that all needs are met and that no circumstance can overpower the soul that holds it. To cultivate gratitude, one must first recognize the invisible order in all things. Every challenge, every delay, every seeming obstacle is part of the process of fulfillment. By thanking the law for the unfolding perfection, man places himself in the stream of supply rather than in opposition to it. Daily practice of acknowledgement for both the visible and invisible builds an inner conviction that nothing is lacking, that all provision is already prepared, and that every desire spoken in faith is on its way to completion. Gratitude, therefore, is not a mere courtesy or ritual. It is the golden key because it unlocks the heart, opens the channels of supply, multiplies blessings, dissolves fear, and aligns man with the invisible law that governs all manifestation. The one who truly understands this secret moves through life with a sense of ease, a magnetism that draws the unseen into form, and a quiet authority born of knowing that the law has already answered. It is not force, it is not striving, it is not anxiety that brings supply. It is gratitude, the golden key, turned steadily and faithfully in the lock of the unseen, calling forth the abundance already waiting. Appearances are shadows, not substance. They are the masks that the invisible law wears to teach, test, and refine the soul. The human eye is trained to take the outer form for reality, to measure life by what is seen, heard, and touched. Yet these are only the echoes of the true law, the reflections of an order that exists beyond the senses. Shadows cannot build or destroy unless man gives them authority. They are illusions of limitation, fear, and lack. Yet they seem so solid that many bow before them, speak in fear to them, and even shape their lives according to their seeming weight. To see appearances as shadows is to liberate oneself from the bondage of circumstance and to step into the freedom of the unseen law. Man's mind is often captivated by the drama of appearances. He sees a lack of money and believes poverty is real. He sees a challenge in health and believes sickness has authority. He sees a delay in opportunity and believes that life conspires against him. All of these are shadows, reflections cast upon the outer screen, and their power exists only because he grants it authority. The law behind the shadow is immutable, perfect, and responsive to the word and faith of man. The moment he recognizes that appearances are merely temporary outlines, illusions of form, he disengages from fear and aligns with the eternal substance, which is inexhaustible and omnipotent. To understand that appearances are shadows is to realize the distinction between form and reality, between the seen and the unseen, between the outer and the inner law. The outer world is always a reflection of inner consciousness. The seeming obstacles, the delays, the hardships, the imbalances, these are mere shadows projected by human thought, doubt, and misunderstanding of the law. The invisible substance, the law itself, is ever ready to provide, to heal, to multiply, to restore, but it cannot act where faith is absent, where fear is entertained, or where the shadow is mistaken for substance. Many spend their lives in anxiety over appearances, trying to correct, fight, or overcome the shadows, not knowing that the effort gives the shadows power. They wage wars against the illusions, only to find themselves exhausted and frustrated. The wise soul, however, recognizes the law: the shadows cannot harm him who knows the truth. He sees the problem without fear. He notes the appearance without judgment, and he speaks only the word of substance. In doing so, he moves in alignment with the invisible, and the shadows dissipate naturally, for they are powerless before the affirmation of reality. The law responds to consciousness, not circumstance. If man identifies with the shadow, he is limited. If he identifies with the substance, he is unlimited. Shadows can appear threatening, but they are transient. Substance is eternal. Man's task is to see through appearances to the invisible principle that governs all. The moment he recognizes the law in action, he no longer fears lack, delay, or opposition. He no longer argues with circumstance or protests against what is seen. He commands his life from the inner recognition that the law is impartial, exact, and always fulfilling the highest good, whether the outer form suggests it or not. Fear of appearances is the root of suffering. When man believes in the shadow, he surrenders his creative power to illusion. He curses, complains, and attracts more shadows into his experience. The law, however, cannot be diverted by appearances. It moves according to the unseen decree, the word spoken in faith, the expectation of fulfillment. The wise one refuses to invest authority in the shadow. He speaks the word of substance, lives in the consciousness of the already fulfilled, and lets the shadow dissolve in its own impotence. The law recognizes his clarity, his authority, and his alignment, and responds by making the unseen manifest. Appearances are also teachers. They alert the soul to the areas in which belief must be clarified. Word must be spoken with authority, and faith must be strengthened. They are signals, not realities. A seeming lack is a call to affirm abundance. A seeming delay is a call to hold the word with unwavering trust. A seeming illness is a call to declare health and vitality. In this sense, shadows serve a higher purpose. They provoke the soul to action in alignment with the law, rather than action in fear or confusion. When one learns to interpret appearances correctly, the outer world ceases to intimidate and becomes a stage upon which the law manifests, according to the word of man. The distinction between shadow and substance is the difference between belief in limitation and belief in infinite possibility. Shadow says, "You are weak, you cannot, you lack." Substance says, "You are strong, you are supplied, you are complete." The outer world may seem to affirm the shadow, yet it cannot alter the substance. Man's task is to refuse the authority of appearances, to keep his word, to hold his thought, and to maintain faith in the invisible reality. As he does so, the law moves silently, the unseen forces gather, and the shadows dissolve, revealing the substance that was always present. One who lives in the recognition that appearances are shadows experiences freedom. He is not tossed by circumstance, nor swayed by opinion, nor frightened by the temporary forms of lack. He moves in life with calm assurance, knowing that the substance behind all phenomena is constant, abundant, and responsive to his command. The law serves him because he sees clearly and acts in alignment with the eternal. He does not argue with appearances, he affirms substance. He does not battle the shadows, he trusts the law. He does not question the unseen. He knows it is already done. To cultivate this perception, one must practice detachment from the outer form and attachment to the inner law. One must learn to observe appearances without judgment, to recognize their temporary nature, and to refuse to give them authority. One must affirm the substance consistently, speak the word of reality, and cultivate unwavering faith. Shadows will continue to appear, but they will have no power over the soul that knows the truth. By recognizing appearances for what they are, temporary, insubstantial, and powerless, the soul steps into mastery, commanding life through understanding rather than reaction, through faith rather than fear, through substance rather than shadow. The mastery of life depends upon this understanding. Every struggle, every fear, every disappointment arises from the false belief that the shadow is real. The moment man sees beyond the outer mask, he transcends limitation. The universe moves freely on his behalf, bringing supply, opportunity, and harmony. Shadows continue to dance on the surface, but the substance behind them answers to the word of the faithful. Appearances may attempt to frighten, confuse, or mislead, yet they cannot alter the principle that governs all. Those who comprehend this law live in peace, power, and certainty, commanding life from the eternal truth behind the fleeting illusion. Praise hastens manifestation. Praise is the song of the soul in harmony with the unseen, the vibration of joy that quickens the current of the law and accelerates the arrival of supply. Where complaint delays, where doubt obstructs, where fear slows the flow, praise acts as a mighty wind pushing the ship of fulfillment swiftly into harbor. Praise is more than gratitude. It is celebration in advance, the acknowledgement of completion before the eyes can see. It declares to the universe that the work is finished, the word is accomplished, and the invisible is already present in form. By praising, man sets himself in perfect alignment with the rhythm of the law, and the law hastens to meet him with visible proof of what has already been spoken. Praise is magnetic. It draws to itself the very conditions that match its vibration. A heart that praises, even in the midst of seeming lack, is a heart that declares abundance. The law, hearing only the vibration of joy, multiplies that abundance and brings it forth in form. The one who complains, however, sends forth a vibration of resistance. Complaint anchors the ship, holding back the tide of supply. Praise releases the anchor and allows the tide to carry blessings swiftly into view. The law is impartial, it answers the note that is struck. Strike the note of praise, and the universe responds with harmony. Strike the note of despair, and the universe mirrors the same. Praise is also power because it shifts the focus of the mind from shadow to substance. When man praises, he ceases to give attention to appearances of lack, sickness, or failure. He lifts his eyes above the shadows and affirms the reality of the invisible good. The moment his attention shifts, his vibration changes, and the law responds not to what he sees but to what he knows. Praise is therefore not a denial of appearances, but a recognition of truth. It is the bold declaration that substance is greater than shadow, that completion is greater than delay, and that the unseen is greater than the seen. In times of trial, praise becomes the weapon of victory. Many, when faced with obstacles, give in to fear and complaint. They speak of their troubles, magnify their difficulties, and reinforce the shadow with their words. The wise one, however, begins to praise. He praises the law for its perfection. He praises supply for its abundance. He praises health for its vitality. He praises guidance for its clarity. His praise is not empty speech. It is a vibration of faith that declares the outcome as already accomplished. The law hears his song and rushes to fulfill it. For the vibration of praise aligns perfectly with the vibration of manifestation. Praise not only hastens the arrival of supply, but also multiplies it. When man receives and praises, he shows the universe that he recognizes the flow. Recognition opens the channel wider, allowing more to enter. The thankful heart that praises a little receives much, for the law is generous to the one who acknowledges it. The ungrateful heart that ignores blessings, however small, closes the channel, for the law does not pour into a vessel that refuses to acknowledge its filling. Thus, praise is not only an accelerator of manifestation, but a multiplier of it. Praise is also healing. The vibration of praise is one of joy, and joy is life itself. When the body hears praise, it responds with renewed energy. When the mind hears praise, it releases fear and tension. When the soul hears praise, it aligns with its true nature of abundance and harmony. Those who practice praise in all conditions find that their very atmosphere changes. Environments of heaviness, conflict, and despair dissolve, replaced by lightness, harmony, and peace. Praise is the language of the soul in tune with the infinite, and wherever it is spoken, transformation follows. Many wait until results appear before they praise, but the secret is to praise before the evidence. To praise in advance is to act in faith, to declare the unseen as seen, to live in the consciousness of completion. This advanced praise carries tremendous power, for it demonstrates absolute trust in the law. The one who praises before he sees is the one who sees quickly, for his vibration aligns with the completed work, and the law, ever exact, mirrors that vibration without delay. Praise is contagious. It lifts not only the one who speaks it but all who hear it. A household where praise is constant becomes a dwelling of peace and prosperity. A workplace where praise is practiced becomes a place of harmony and productivity. A community where praise is raised becomes fertile ground for growth and success. The vibration of praise spreads like fire, consuming fear, dissolving complaint, and igniting faith. Those who carry praise in their hearts carry an atmosphere of light wherever they go, hastening not only their own manifestation but also blessing all within their reach. The act of praise also shifts the imagination. When man praises, his mind begins to paint images of fulfillment, abundance, and joy. The imagination filled with these images impresses the subconscious with faith, and the subconscious, acting as the workshop of creation, sets about building these images into form. Praise therefore works on multiple levels. It changes vibration, it aligns faith, it multiplies blessings, and it programs the subconscious with the picture of success. Every word of praise is a brushstroke on the canvas of reality. Even the smallest act of praise holds power. To praise the breath, the sun, the food upon the table, the smallest coin in the pocket, these are acts of recognition that draw more of the same. The universe increases whatever is recognized. To ignore or belittle small blessings is to keep the channel narrow. To praise every good, no matter how small, is to prepare the vessel for overflowing abundance. Praise is the golden oil that keeps the machinery of manifestation running smoothly, without friction, without delay. In the silence of the night, praise lifts the soul above fear. In the noise of the day, praise anchors the mind in peace. In the face of difficulty, praise affirms the truth of victory. In the moment of joy, praise multiplies the blessing. It is the constant, the ever-ready key that man may use in every circumstance. Wherever praise is, the law is quickened. Wherever praise is, manifestation hastens. Wherever praise is, the soul is aligned with the eternal rhythm of abundance. Thus, praise is not optional for the one who seeks mastery of life. It is the great secret, the unseen accelerant, the sound that calls forth the unseen into form. It is the vibration of victory before the battle is won, the song of abundance before the harvest is gathered, the declaration of completion before the evidence appears. Praise hastens manifestation because it declares alignment with the truth, and the truth, once recognized, must swiftly appear in the visible. The hidden command is silent authority. Authority does not need to raise its voice, it does not beg, it does not plead, it does not struggle. True authority speaks once, and its decree is carried out. This hidden command works in the same manner. It is not loud, it is not anxious. It is not repetitive, for repetition born of fear betrays disbelief. Silent authority is the posture of one who knows the law, who understands that the universe responds not to noise or strain but to certainty. The command is hidden because it is inward, quiet, and unshaken, a knowing that moves mountains without effort. Silent authority is the essence of mastery. It is the consciousness that every word spoken in faith is law, that once the decree is given, the work is finished in the invisible, and nothing more is required. It does not rush to verify. It does not argue with appearances, it does not weaken itself by constant questioning. It stands in calm assurance, knowing the unseen is already arranged. The universe responds to this vibration of authority, for it mirrors the certainty of creation itself. Just as the dawn does not announce itself with trumpets, but with quiet inevitability, so too does silent authority manifest its word without spectacle, yet with absolute precision. The hidden command resides not in outer force but in inner alignment. Those who shout at life, who rage against circumstances, who fight appearances with desperation, are like children demanding what has already been given. The wise soul whispers within it is done. That whisper holds more power than 1,000 cries of fear. The law is not moved by noise. It is moved by vibration. Silent authority carries the vibration of completion, and so the unseen responds swiftly. Authority is silent because it is unafraid. Fear seeks to be heard, to repeat, to justify itself, to prove its point. Faith requires none of this. Faith is still, faith is quiet, faith is sure. The hidden command moves through the silence of knowing. It speaks inwardly, it resonates outwardly, and the entire order of life bends to fulfill it. The power lies not in the volume of the word, but in the conviction behind it. A single quiet declaration, spoken once with unwavering faith, holds more power than endless affirmations spoken in doubt. Silent authority does not struggle against appearances. It sees them, acknowledges them as shadows, and refuses to give them weight. Its strength is in detachment, the refusal to be drawn into battle with illusion. This is why it is hidden. It is not visible to the senses. It does not parade itself in outer action, but it governs from within. The soul that wields silent authority commands life without strain. Supply comes, health restores, harmony unfolds, not through force, but through the unseen certainty that cannot be shaken. The hidden command is also immediate. The moment it is spoken, the law acts. Time may be required for the visible to align, but the work is already complete in the invisible. Silent authority knows this and waits with calm assurance. The anxious mind doubts, questions, digs up the seed. Silent authority plants once and knows the harvest is sure. This patience is not weakness but strength, for it reveals an understanding of the law's exactness. The universe cannot fail to deliver what has been decreed in unwavering faith, for the law is impartial and absolute. This authority is hidden because it is inward mastery rather than outward force. It is the alignment of thought, word, and emotion with the certainty of fulfillment. It requires discipline of the tongue, for idle words weaken command. It requires mastery of thought, for doubt scatters the vibration. It requires steadfastness of feeling, for fear attracts delay. When all three are aligned, thought in truth, word in faith, feeling in certainty, the hidden command moves silently, yet irresistibly, into form. Silent authority is like the seed planted in the earth. The farmer does not shout at the seed to grow, nor does he dig it up to measure its progress. He plants once, waters faithfully, and trusts the unseen process of life. His authority is silent, expressed in his unwavering trust. The seed responds, not to his noise, but to his alignment with the law of growth. In the same way, the hidden command requires no outward striving. It is fulfilled because the law behind it cannot fail. The one who wields silent authority becomes a presence of calm power. Others sense it without words. His speech carries weight because it is not scattered with doubt. His actions carry clarity because they flow from certainty. His atmosphere carries peace because it is built upon alignment with the unseen. Such a one does not need to prove, defend, or explain, for his silent authority governs his life and demonstrates itself through results. The hidden command is also universal. It applies to every area of life: health, provision, relationships, protection, guidance. In each case, the same principle holds. Speak once with authority, stand still in certainty, refuse to bow to appearances, and allow the law to fulfill. The anxious may plead, the doubtful may waver, but the one who knows the hidden command remains unmoved. His silence speaks louder than noise. His faith carries more weight than fear. His stillness works more swiftly than struggle. To cultivate silent authority, one must practice restraint. The tongue must be guarded from careless words, for every word is seed. The mind must be trained to focus upon truth rather than shadow, for thought builds the inner atmosphere. The heart must be anchored in faith, for feeling is the current that carries the word into manifestation. With this alignment, the hidden command flows naturally, silently, without struggle, without effort, without delay. Silent authority is not indifference. It is not apathy or passivity. It is the highest expression of mastery, for it demonstrates full trust in the law. To command silently is to know that the unseen has already answered, that the word once spoken is fulfilled, that no circumstance can alter the decree. This knowing is invisible to the eye, unheard by the ear, yet it governs life more surely than all outer force. The hidden command is silent because truth requires no argument, no defense, no noise. It is authority because it cannot be denied, for it rests upon the immutable law that governs all things. There is a law that never fails, the law of the spoken word. The tongue is the rudder of life, and every word we release sails out as a decree, shaping our tomorrows. What we declare with conviction is written in the unseen, and what is written in the unseen must appear in the seen. The moment we speak, we set forces into motion, forces that gather, align, and crystallize into the form of our decree. To speak is to command. To speak is to choose. To speak is to plant the seed that must bear fruit after its own kind. When the heart is clear and the word is sure, there is no delay, for the harvest rushes forth in its appointed time. Victory is not distant, it is immediate when the word is spoken with faith, without fear, without contradiction. The spoken word does not wait for years of labor, it moves swiftly, cutting through every barrier, opening every door, sweeping away every obstacle. When the word of power goes forth, it carries the lightning of certainty. It is not idle chatter. It is a decree. It is not hope, it is command. The word is the magic key that unlocks the treasury of life, the invisible storehouse that holds every good and perfect gift. One moment the way appears shut, the next moment, by the spoken word, the way is opened. One moment defeat is near, the next moment triumph shines, because the word has gone forth and cannot return void. To say a thing with faith is to win before the battle is even fought. The victory is sealed in the invisible, and the visible world must yield. There is no delay where the word is spoken with authority. A decree is not bound by time, it leaps past hours and days, and fulfillment hastens as if it had always been waiting for the call. The day is the stage where the miracle is played. The mouth declares, and the day delivers. The tongue utters, and the same sun that rises brings forth the manifestation. To speak rightly is to align with the divine law that cannot fail, for heaven and earth respond to the voice of conviction. The secret is not in struggle, but in the clear command. The secret is not in waiting, but in declaring. To say it once with faith is stronger than to say it 1,000 times in doubt. The word spoken in truth strikes through like a sword, cutting through shadows and illusions, bringing forth the reality that was already yours. Thus, to speak it is to win it. To decree it is to claim it. And when the word is spoken with the flame of certainty, the miracle does not tarry. It arrives in the same day, for time itself obeys the voice of faith. The spoken word is law and creates instantly. From the beginning of time, Creation itself has been set into motion by the power of the word. The universe responds to vibration, and the highest vibration is carried in sound. When the word is spoken, it is not merely air passing through lips, it is a decree, a command, a force that impresses itself upon the invisible substance of life. Every word spoken carries its own seed, and every seed must produce after its own kind. The tongue is not small, yet it directs the whole course of life like a rudder steers a ship. What is declared with clarity and conviction becomes the law for the moment, the law for the hour, the law for the day. Words do not wait in the shadows. They go forth as messengers, shaping, arranging, and commanding life's events to obey. To understand the instant power of the spoken word, one must realize that time is not as rigid as it appears. In the invisible realm, there is no distance, no delay, no obstruction. When the word is sent forth, it is already complete in the unseen. The visible world is only catching up with what has already been settled. To speak is to command life to align, and when spoken in faith, life aligns without hesitation. The law of the word does not need years of preparation. It needs only certainty. The spoken word goes where no hand can reach. It opens doors no key can unlock. It builds bridges no architect could design, because it carries the imprint of divine authority. Every word spoken is like a seed cast into fertile soil. Some scatter words of doubt, fear, and limitation, and they wonder why thorns grow in their path. Others sow words of confidence, joy, and faith, and they walk into a harvest of light. The law does not question whether the seed is good or bad, it simply produces according to what was planted. To say, I cannot, is to decree defeat. To say, I can, is to set victory in motion. The universe does not delay in responding to a clear declaration. The moment the word is spoken, the law begins its work, unseen but certain, weaving circumstances, arranging meetings, shifting opportunities, and aligning events so that the decree must appear. The instant nature of the spoken word is not a mystery, but a demonstration of divine order. What is spoken with authority goes out as energy, and energy never dies, it only transforms. The vibration of words penetrates substance, shaping it, commanding it, bending it into form. This is why idle words bring idle results and careless words scatter confusion. To speak with certainty is to call forth order out of chaos, to summon light into darkness, to write law upon the fabric of reality. Each syllable carries creative power, and when filled with faith, it bursts forth like a spark igniting a flame. The spark does not wait for years to burn, it leaps into fire in an instant. So it is with the spoken word. There are no accidents in the realm of speech. For every word spoken sets a cause into motion. Many fail to see the connection between their words and their circumstances, but the law is exact. If one speaks of lack, lack appears. If one declares abundance, abundance flows. If one proclaims health, the body hears and obeys. If one repeats weakness, weakness grows stronger. The law is impartial, it does not judge, it only fulfills. To speak is to legislate one's life, and every decree becomes the law of that moment. To utter words of fear is to build a prison, to utter words of faith is to build a palace. The power lies not in external conditions, but in the inner command voiced through speech. The spoken word creates instantly, because it bypasses delay. Delay belongs to doubt. Delay belongs to hesitation. Delay belongs to the mind that wavers. But the word spoken with faith cuts through delay like a blade, manifesting its decree in swiftness. One can say, I am victorious, in the morning and walk into victory before nightfall. One can say, I receive my good, and find doors opening the same day. The word carries its own fulfillment within it. Just as a seed contains the tree, the word contains the manifestation. There is no gap between decree and creation except the illusion of doubt. Remove doubt, and the law works instantly. This is why the ancients called the word a sword. It is sharp, precise, and unstoppable. It divides truth from falsehood, light from shadow, victory from defeat. When wielded with mastery, the spoken word is not a suggestion, it is a command. It does not beg, it does not plead. It does not hope. It declares, it orders, it establishes. To say a thing in faith is to legislate reality. The moment the word leaves the lips, the law begins its work and creation responds without question. The spoken word is law, and because it is law, it cannot return void. It must accomplish the purpose for which it was sent. Whether spoken in fear or spoken in faith, it carries out its assignment with precision. The universe listens, life listens, the body listens, the circumstances listen. Every realm bends to the decree of the spoken word. To speak lack is to order lack to appear, and it appears. To speak joy is to summon joy into being, and it comes rushing. The word is law because it operates beyond personal will. It operates according to universal principle. The instant power of speech lies in its authority over the unseen, and the unseen governs the seen. Therefore, one must guard every word, for each word carries power. The lips are not idle, they are instruments of creation. The tongue is not careless, it is a scepter of authority. Every sentence spoken is a brushstroke painting the canvas of life. Every declaration is a stone laid in the path ahead. The instant a word is spoken, life shifts, invisible hands rearrange, unseen forces align, and the manifestation begins. The power is not far off, it is immediate, because the law of the word is eternal and unfailing. Faith-filled speech opens every door without delay. When words are spoken with the fire of belief behind them, they are more than mere sounds. They are decrees sealed with the authority of certainty. Faith is the substance that charges words with irresistible power. Without faith, speech is empty, wavering and powerless, but with faith, every utterance becomes a law written in the invisible. Doors that once appeared shut are no match for a word spoken in full assurance. Obstacles that seemed immovable melt away when met with the commanding tone of conviction. The moment faith fills the word, the law of life rushes to obey, and the manifestation begins at once. Faith-filled speech does not knock timidly at the door of opportunity. It flings it wide open. It does not wonder if the way will be made, it declares that the way is already prepared. To speak in faith is to act as though the answer has already arrived. And because life reflects belief, the answer must appear without hesitation. Faith never waits upon circumstance, it creates circumstance. The very moment faith speaks, conditions shift, people are moved, doors swing open, and paths unfold. There is no delay in the realm of conviction, for faith collapses time, bringing the unseen into the seen in the same day. Every door responds to vibration, and the vibration of faith is the highest key. Fear knocks gently and is turned away, but faith strikes with authority and every lock gives way. A door represents access, opportunity, expansion, and fulfillment, and the word spoken in faith is the master key to all doors. No barrier is strong enough to resist the decree of faith, for faith aligns with divine law, and divine law cannot fail. Where the doubtful word creates delay and confusion, the faith-filled word creates swift openings. The moment a decree is spoken with certainty, the universe begins to rearrange itself, so that what was declared becomes visible reality. Faith-filled speech bypasses all struggle. There is no need to push against doors, no need to beg for them to open, no need to labor in endless effort. The door responds not to force, but to vibration. To say, "It is mine," with full assurance is to claim possession instantly. To say, "It is done," with confidence is to command completion without delay. The door opens not because of the strength of the hand, but because of the strength of belief spoken through the lips. Words carry energy, and when charged with faith, they become irresistible. Every force of resistance must yield to them, every lock must turn, every gate must part. Faith-filled speech aligns the speaker with the unseen supply of life. The door that opens is not always the one the mind expected, but it is always the right one, the one that leads to fulfillment, the one that carries the decree into manifestation. To speak with faith is to trust that the invisible knows more than the visible, that the law of life has already prepared the way. The declaration sets the law in motion, and the law leads unerringly to the door that must open. To hesitate, to doubt, to waver is to stand before the door without turning the key. To speak with faith is to step boldly and find the door already swinging open at the sound of the voice. Faith does not recognize delay. Delay exists only in the realm of uncertainty. When the word is spoken with confidence, time collapses, and what seemed far off becomes present. The declaration draws the future into the now. A man may say, "I will succeed one day," and he waits endlessly, but when he says, "I succeed now," with conviction, success moves into his present experience. A woman may say, "I hope for joy," and joy lingers beyond her grasp. But when she says, "I have joy now," the law of life rushes to fulfill her decree. The door swings open at the moment of faith, not at some distant hour. Faith-filled speech carries authority because it speaks from the place of knowing. It does not beg, it does not plead, it does not argue, it declares, it commands, it establishes. The door opens because the word spoken in faith is not a request but a law. The vibration of faith carries certainty, and certainty compels response. Just as the sun rises without effort, the door opens at the sound of faith-filled decree. There is no need for strain, no need for endless repetition, no need for desperate hope. One word spoken in true faith outweighs 1,000 words spoken in doubt. Faith-filled speech also clears away the illusions that appear as closed doors. Many doors are only shadows of fear, illusions of the mind, appearances of limitation. When faith speaks, the illusion vanishes, and the way is revealed. The word filled with belief cuts through appearances like a sword, showing that the door was never locked at all. It was faithlessness that made it seem shut, and faith that reveals it open. To speak in faith is to see beyond appearances, to trust that what is declared must be, even when the senses give no evidence. And as the decree is held firm, the evidence arrives, the door opens, and the path becomes clear. Faith-filled speech is swift because it acts in harmony with divine order. There is no conflict between the declaration and the law of life, for faith speaks what is true. To say, "I receive," is to align with the abundance that already exists. To say, "I am whole," is to align with the health that is the natural state. To say, "I am free," is to align with the freedom that belongs to every soul. The door opens instantly because the law rushes to confirm what has always been. Faith-filled speech does not create from nothing. It calls forth what is already prepared. The door swings wide because the decree announces the truth that was always waiting. Faith-filled speech is the master key. It opens doors of opportunity, doors of supply, doors of healing, doors of joy, doors of peace. It opens doors no human effort could open, doors no human reasoning could explain. The opening is not delayed because faith carries no doubt. The decree goes forth and the law responds immediately. The way clears, the door swings wide, and the decree manifests before the eyes of the one who spoke it. The key was never in the hand, it was always in the word. And the word spoken in faith turns every lock, breaks every chain, and ushers the speaker into the fullness of life prepared for them. A decree spoken once with certainty is stronger than repeated doubt. The power of the word is not in how many times it is said, but in the force behind it. One clear command uttered with absolute conviction carries more authority than 1,000 weak repetitions. The universe does not respond to noise, it responds to certainty. When the decree goes forth, charged with unwavering faith, it is like a spark that ignites a flame. The fire does not need to be lit again and again. Once it is kindled with power, it burns until the work is done. Many speak endlessly, repeating affirmations with anxious hearts, hoping that through repetition alone they may bring about the result. But repeated doubt waters down the decree, scattering its force, weakening its vibration. Words without certainty are like arrows shot without aim. They fly but do not strike the target. Yet one word spoken with faith is like an arrow shot with perfect precision. It hits the mark, and the result is inevitable. The decree does not require constant repetition, it requires unwavering belief. The certainty within the decree is what moves the invisible into form. When the heart and the word agree, there is no division, no hesitation, no wavering. This agreement is the secret that empowers the spoken word. One clear decree from a soul fully aligned with faith becomes law in the invisible, and the invisible governs the visible. A single command, spoken with assurance, sets in motion forces that cannot be recalled, for the decree becomes an order written into the fabric of life. Doubt, when spoken, contradicts and cancels the power of the decree. To say a thing once with faith, and then repeat 1,000 times in uncertainty, is to send conflicting instructions to the universe. It is like planting a seed and then digging it up again to see if it is growing. The seed cannot flourish if it is continually disturbed. In the same way, a decree cannot manifest if it is continually weakened by doubt. The word spoken once in faith is enough. It is planted, it is growing, and it must come to harvest. The strength of the decree lies not in quantity but in quality. A single word filled with faith is living substance. It carries energy, direction, and fulfillment within itself. The word does not beg, it does not question, it does not hesitate. It commands, and the law of life responds instantly. To decree once with full assurance is to seal the outcome. The manifestation may unfold step by step, but the result is already guaranteed the moment the word was spoken with certainty. Certainty is the key that separates power from weakness. The lips may say many words, but only the words rooted in faith carry authority. A decree spoken with full conviction is a sound that vibrates through the universe, commanding substance to take shape, commanding doors to open, commanding conditions to align. One such word has more weight than countless hollow affirmations. The universe does not measure by repetition. It measures by belief. The decree filled with faith is complete the moment it leaves the lips. The power of once is greater than the weakness of many. Once spoken with certainty, the decree becomes an unshakable law. Just as the sun rises once each day and fulfills its purpose without needing to rise again and again, so too does the decree spoken in faith fulfill itself without constant repetition. The decree is not dependent on the effort of the speaker after it is spoken. It has already gone forth, carrying its own energy, accomplishing its own work. To speak again in faith may strengthen the heart, but to speak in doubt is to weaken the outcome. When one understands this law, there is rest in the decree. The soul no longer strives, no longer repeats endlessly, no longer fears that the word will fail. The word cannot fail when it is spoken with certainty. To decree is to release power, to release law, to release fulfillment. The decree spoken once with faith is like a seed planted in perfect soil. It may not appear above ground in an instant, but the growth is inevitable. The roots are forming, the stem is rising, the blossom is on its way. There is no need to plant the seed again. It is enough to know that it is growing. Those who decree with certainty walk with quiet confidence. They do not need to force. They do not need to struggle. They do not need to shout. Their word carries authority because it is filled with faith. They know that what is spoken is done. They know that the decree is law. They know that life must align itself with the words spoken in assurance. Their speech is not multiplied endlessly, but when it is given with weight, with force, with power. A decree spoken once with certainty also carries swiftness. The delay is not in the word, the delay is in the doubt. Doubt slows the process, creating obstacles, scattering the energy of manifestation. But certainty quickens the result, for certainty is aligned with divine law, and divine law is immediate. When the word is spoken with unshakable faith, time itself bends and manifestation hastens. The decree does not linger. It rushes into being, because there is no resistance within the speaker's heart. There is no need for struggle in this law. The word itself is the power. The decree is not a request, it is not a plea, it is not a wish. It is a law spoken into existence. When the decree is filled with certainty, it cannot be broken. It does not waver, it does not fail, it does not return void. It goes forth and accomplishes what it was sent to do. To speak once with faith is to speak with divine authority. That authority cannot be denied, cannot be delayed, cannot be diminished. The strength of the decree is in the alignment of thought, word, and belief. When the mind is clear, the heart is steady, and the word is sure, the decree is unstoppable. It does not require shouting, it does not require repetition, it does not require force. It requires only certainty. The decree spoken once with certainty is eternal in its effect, continuing to work, continuing to manifest, continuing to unfold, until the result is made visible. The repetition of doubt cannot create such power, only certainty can. Time and circumstance obey the voice of conviction. When the word is spoken with faith, it does not move within the limits of clocks or calendars. It cuts through the illusion of delay and commands the present moment to yield. Conviction is the power that bends time, that draws what seemed far off into the now, that causes opportunities to appear as if from nowhere. Time is a servant to faith, not a master. Circumstances are shaped by decree, not by chance. The world may say that a thing requires months or years, but the voice of conviction can shorten the season, quicken the harvest, and compress the process into a single day. When conviction speaks, the law of life rearranges every detail to fulfill it. Appointments align, meetings occur, doors open, and events unfold with perfect precision. What seemed impossible to the reasoning mind becomes natural, because the law of conviction overrides human limitation. Time does not resist when faith commands. Circumstance does not argue when certainty decrees. The vibration of conviction is authority, and authority is obeyed. A single word spoken with assurance is stronger than endless planning. A single decree spoken in certainty is stronger than years of effort without faith. Time and circumstance bend to conviction, because conviction is aligned with divine order, and divine order rules all. Conviction carries the tone of command. It does not beg, it does not wonder, it does not hesitate. It speaks as if the thing is already complete, and therefore it must be. When such words are released, time collapses, distance vanishes, and conditions align instantly. The outer world cannot resist the inner certainty. Just as iron responds to the pull of a magnet, circumstances are drawn irresistibly to the decree of conviction. It does not matter what the clock says, it does not matter what appearances suggest, it does not matter what others believe. The moment the voice of conviction is heard, time adjusts, circumstances shift, and the decree begins to manifest. Time is not rigid. It is elastic under the power of faith. A harvest that was expected in a year may arrive in a day. A door that seemed closed for decades may swing open in an instant. The voice of conviction does not accept delay as natural. It commands immediacy. It commands acceleration. It commands manifestation now. Circumstances that seemed firmly fixed dissolve and rearrange themselves because the decree has gone forth. Conviction does not wait for conditions to be favorable, it creates the favorable conditions. It does not sit idle until the perfect time arrives. It declares the perfect time to be now, and time obeys. Circumstance is no more powerful than clay in the hands of the potter. It appears solid. It appears unchangeable, but when conviction speaks, it softens, bends, and reshapes itself to match the decree. What seemed like obstacles are removed. What seemed like barriers are lifted. What seemed like dead ends open into new pathways. The decree filled with certainty carries within it the power to transform circumstances instantly. Life is not ruled by chance or accident, and the law responds to conviction. When one speaks with doubt, time drags and circumstances resist. Delay grows, obstacles multiply, and conditions seem hostile. But when one speaks with faith, time hastens and circumstances cooperate. Delay vanishes, obstacles dissolve, and conditions become friendly. The difference is not in time itself, but in the authority of the decree. Time and circumstance reflect the vibration of the word spoken. Doubt produces resistance. Conviction produces flow. Doubt scatters energy. Conviction concentrates power. To live in conviction is to master time. The heart no longer fears that years must pass before fulfillment arrives. The lips no longer repeat words of waiting and hoping. Instead, the word is spoken with authority, and the manifestation hastens. Conviction shortens the season. Conviction compresses the process. Conviction lifts the decree above the limits of time and commands results in the present. It is not arrogance, it is law. It is not presumption, it is alignment. The one who speaks with conviction is not bound by circumstance, circumstance is bound by the decree. Consider the one who speaks, "I am free," with conviction. Circumstances that held them bound begin to break instantly. Time no longer delays their release. The decree overrides appearances and commands freedom now. Consider the one who speaks, "I prosper today," with assurance. The flow of supply begins to open immediately. Time does not withhold abundance for a distant future. The decree pulls it into the present. Consider the one who speaks, "I am whole," with certainty. The body responds, circumstances align, and health begins to spring forth without waiting. Time obeys because time is only a servant. Circumstance obeys because circumstance is only clay. Conviction does not measure by appearances. It speaks from the invisible, and the invisible is greater than the visible. Time and circumstance exist within the visible realm, but conviction is rooted in the eternal. The eternal commands the temporary, the eternal shapes the passing moment. When conviction speaks, it speaks from the place of timeless authority. Time bows to it. Circumstance yields to it. The decree is not delayed because the decree exists outside of delay. This is why a single word of conviction is stronger than endless effort. Effort alone works within time. Conviction works above time. Effort alone fights against circumstance. Conviction commands circumstance. One day of conviction can accomplish what 10 years of struggle cannot. One decree spoken with certainty can unlock doors that endless striving could never move. Time and circumstance are not barriers to conviction. They are servants to it. To speak it is to win it, even in the same day. The act of speaking is not a casual gesture, it is the release of power. The lips are instruments of creation, and the tongue is the scepter of authority. What is spoken with certainty must come into form, for the spoken word carries the seed of manifestation within itself. Victory does not come from endless striving, nor from waiting upon distant seasons. It comes from the decree uttered in faith. The moment the word is spoken with full assurance, the victory is already sealed. The outer world may only be catching up, but the result is already complete in the unseen. To speak is to claim, and what is claimed in faith cannot be denied. The decree is not a plea, it is not a wish, it is not a weak hope. It is a declaration, a command, a law spoken into existence. The instant it is spoken, forces are set into motion that cannot be reversed. Circumstances shift, doors open, opportunities align, and the unseen supply begins to flow. To speak is to legislate, to establish, to create. When the decree is made in certainty, victory is inevitable, and the victory does not delay, for the law of life is immediate. Winning is not a distant event. It is the present result of a spoken decree. The battle is won not in the field of struggle, but in the realm of the word. One may spend years striving and still not prevail, but one decree spoken in faith secures triumph at once. To say, "I win," with full conviction is to command the forces of life to align with victory. The world may appear unchanged in the moment, yet the decree is already fulfilled in the invisible, and the visible must soon reflect it. The same day holds the harvest of the word, because the law does not delay when certainty is present. To speak is to imprint the invisible. The unseen substance of life receives the decree and begins to shape itself into visible form. Just as a mold shapes molten metal, so the decree shapes the substance of reality. A word spoken in doubt leaves no lasting impression, but a word spoken in faith cuts deep, leaving a permanent mark that cannot be erased. The moment the decree is made, the mold is set, and the manifestation must pour into it. Victory is not postponed to some far-off day, it is stamped into the present by the word of faith. The same day holds the fulfillment because time bends to the decree. Time is not fixed, it is fluid under the influence of faith. To say, "I win now," is to collapse delay and draw the result into the present moment. Circumstances that seemed distant are drawn close. Obstacles that seemed fixed dissolve, and opportunities that seemed far away appear suddenly. The spoken word does not wait upon the clock, it commands the clock to obey. It does not wait upon conditions, it commands conditions to align. To speak is to command immediacy, and immediacy responds. To win is to embody the decree. When the lips declare victory, the spirit takes possession of it instantly. The feeling of triumph fills the heart, and this vibration attracts outward confirmation. Life reflects the inner state, and the inner state is shaped by the word. To say, I win, with faith is to feel the reality of winning now, and that feeling becomes magnet and command, drawing the visible result. The outer world cannot resist the vibration of victory, for it must mirror the decree spoken with assurance. The spoken word is law because it carries authority. The universe does not respond to half-hearted chatter, it responds to words infused with certainty. To speak it is to call it forth. To call it forth is to possess it. The lips that speak in faith write the future, not in some distant book of fate, but in the immediate present. The decree is not delayed because it is complete the moment it is spoken. Winning in the same day is not miracle outside the law. It is the natural result of law working without obstruction. When one speaks in doubt, the victory falters, for doubt scatters the energy of the decree. To say, I may win, is to leave the door open for defeat. To say, I hope to win, is to invite delay. But to say, I win now, is to shut the door to every other possibility. The decree closes the path of defeat and opens only the path of triumph. The unseen forces rush to confirm it, and the visible world rearranges itself to match the decree. The same day bears the fruit, because the seed was planted in certainty. To speak is to stand in authority. The lips are not powerless, they carry the weight of law. Every decree spoken in faith is backed by the order of the universe. To say, I win, is to command every force of life to align with victory. The law does not question, it does not delay, it does not resist. It responds immediately, bringing into being what was declared. The visible may appear to move gradually, but the victory was already secured in the unseen at the moment of speech. The same day reveals it, because the decree allows no postponement. Victory belongs to the one who dares to declare it. Many wait for proof before speaking, but proof follows decree, not the other way around. To wait for signs is to live in doubt. To speak in faith is to create the sign. The decree precedes the evidence, and the evidence must appear. To say, I win, before the battle is fought is to fight no battle at all, for the outcome is already settled. To speak is to finish, to complete, to seal. The moment the lips declare it, the victory is real, and the same day bears witness. The word spoken in faith carries speed. It does not linger, it does not wander, it does not delay. It moves like lightning, striking swiftly, illuminating the path, transforming the moment. The decree spoken once in certainty is enough. It does not need to be repeated endlessly. Repetition without faith weakens the vibration. But a single word spoken in full assurance is a law that cannot be broken. The victory arrives swiftly, because the decree was charged with certainty. The same day responds because the word leaves no space for delay.
Close your eyes. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, let go. Let go of the thoughts that spin in circles. Let go of the plans you've tried to control. Let go of the need to know how. Right now, in this sacred breath, you are exactly where you are meant to be. Nothing is missing, nothing is wrong, nothing is late. The universe is supporting you. It has always been supporting you. It moves in rhythm with your heartbeat. It flows through your breath, and it guides every step you take. I am safe in the flow of life. I am guided by divine intelligence. The universe is working in my favor. Now, take another breath. Let it be slow, effortless, natural. Feel the air enter your lungs. This is proof that you are supported. Even without thinking, the universe breathes through you. Even when you forget to trust, it remembers to love you. You do not need to force life to happen. You only need to allow. Everything that is unfolding has purpose. Every pause is preparation. Every delay is divine timing. I trust the divine flow of my life. I am where I need to be. The universe rearranges itself for my good. Imagine now that above you, a soft golden light begins to glow. It shines with warmth, with peace, with perfect knowing. This light represents the energy of the universe, infinite, intelligent, unhurried. It flows down gently, entering through the top of your head, and as it travels down your body, you feel lighter, calmer, clearer. This light carries wisdom that your mind cannot yet understand. It reminds you that you are never walking alone. For every question you've asked, the answer is already on its way. For every dream you've imagined, the path has already been set. The universe is guiding me even when I cannot see it. Every path before me is blessed. I move in harmony with divine timing. Now bring your attention to your heart. Place your hand there and feel it beating steady, faithful, eternal. Your heart is the bridge between your human self and the universe. When your mind doubts, your heart still believes. When your thoughts wander, your heart still knows. Whisper softly to yourself, I am connected. I am supported. I am one with the universe that created me. If worry tries to rise, let it dissolve like mist under the morning sun. You do not have to figure out the next step. You only need to trust that the step will appear when it's time. The same force that turns the earth and moves the stars is the same force arranging your destiny. You are never forgotten. You are never behind. You are never separate from divine support. I release control and allow life to flow. I trust the unseen plan that is unfolding perfectly. I am guided by love in every moment. Now imagine standing in a quiet field under a vast night sky. Above you, stars sparkle like promises, each one a reminder of your guidance. You feel peace rising inside you, a peace that doesn't need proof, a peace that simply knows. You are connected to everything. The universe is not something outside of you, it lives within you. The same intelligence that painted the stars is the same intelligence within your breath, within your heartbeat, within your soul. The universe lives within me. I am in tune with divine wisdom. I am aligned with infinite peace. Stay in this stillness for a few breaths. Feel the quiet. Feel the love that surrounds you. Feel the universe saying to you now, you are safe, you are seen, you are supported. Let that truth settle deep into your being. Let it fill every space that once held doubt. Let it soften every thought that once held fear. You are not walking through life. Life is walking through you. You are not trying to make things happen. Things are happening through you, perfectly, in time, in flow, in grace. I am one with the divine rhythm of life. Everything I need flows to me with ease. The universe supports me now and always. Stay here for a moment longer, breathing slowly, allowing the stillness to expand inside you. The energy around you hums softly, the vibration of trust, the frequency of peace. You are not waiting for miracles. You are living inside one. I am the miracle. I am the peace. I am supported by all that is. And so it is. It is done. It is manifest under grace and in perfect ways. Take another slow, gentle breath. Let it move through you like light. You don't have to rush. You don't have to know. Just breathe. And remember, everything in your life is rearranging itself for your good. Even when you cannot see it, even when things seem out of order, the universe is silently adjusting, organizing, aligning, bringing people, places, and moments into harmony for you. Everything is working out perfectly for my highest good. The universe rearranges itself in divine order for me. I trust the process, even when I cannot see the path. Think of all the times in your life when something didn't go as planned, and later, you realized why. A delay led to protection. A closed door led to a better opportunity. A loss made space for something sacred to arrive. This is divine choreography. The universe is your silent partner. It moves pieces while you rest. It aligns answers while you sleep. It shifts paths while you pray. The universe is always guiding me toward blessings. Every detour is divine direction. Nothing is lost, only rearranged for something greater. Now, picture your life as a grand mosaic. Each event, each person, each emotion, a single tile in a masterpiece of meaning. Sometimes, when you look too closely, all you see is chaos. But when you step back and trust, you see that every piece was placed with precision. The universe knows the whole picture. You are only asked to trust your part in it. I release my need to control and trust the higher plan. Every event in my life has purpose. I am part of a divine design unfolding perfectly. Now breathe into that truth. Feel the air move in and out of your body. That is the rhythm of creation itself. Inhale faith, exhale doubt. Inhale flow, exhale fear. Every breath you take sends a message to the universe. I am ready. I am willing. I am aligned. And when you are aligned, the universe moves faster. It opens paths that were once invisible. It turns obstacles into stepping stones. It transforms confusion into clarity. What I seek is seeking me. What belongs to me cannot miss me. All things are working together for my divine fulfillment. You don't have to push for results. You don't have to chase your destiny. You only need to allow. For allowing is faith in motion. Imagine a great ocean before you. You cannot control the waves, but you can learn to float. The moment you surrender, the current carries you to exactly where you need to be. The same current of divine energy flows through your life. It knows the direction. It knows the way. It knows your heart's truest desires. I float in the current of divine flow. The universe carries me gently to my destiny. My life unfolds in perfect divine timing. Now visualize your path ahead glowing with soft golden light. Every twist and turn is illuminated. Every unanswered prayer is already being answered, just in a higher form than you imagined. The universe is never late, never wrong, never uncertain. It's only waiting for your energy to match your desire. When you stop resisting, you allow everything to arrive. I am open to receive in perfect ways. I am ready for divine surprises. I am aligned with the rhythm of miracles. Feel your body relax. Your mind is calm. Your soul is at peace. The divine intelligence that guides galaxies is guiding you now. Let that truth anchor you. Let it dissolve all doubt. You are supported beyond measure. You are seen, held, and divinely guided. Breathe and whisper softly to your soul. The universe rearranges itself for my good. I am safe in the flow of divine order. I trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Rest here for a few moments. Let gratitude fill you. Let peace surround you. You are part of something vast, loving, intelligent, eternal. The universe is not against you, it is working through you. You are being guided, protected, and prepared for more than you can imagine. I am ready. I am supported. It is all working for my good. And so it is. It is done. It is complete. Take a deep, gentle breath, and as you exhale, let go. Let go of trying to figure everything out. Let go of the mental race to make sense of what's still unfolding. Let go of needing to know when or how. The truth is, you are not meant to control life. You are meant to cooperate with it. You are meant to dance with it. You are meant to trust that the rhythm already knows the steps. I do not control. I allow. I do not chase. I attract. I am guided by divine timing, not human pressure. Control is born from fear, the fear that without your effort, everything will fall apart. But when you try to control, you close your hand around the flow of life. You squeeze the miracle. You restrict the blessing. You create tension where there could be trust. Breathe again, and as you exhale, imagine your fingers opening. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your jaw unclench. Feel the release. The moment you stop holding so tightly, peace rushes in to fill the space. I release control and receive peace. I trust the wisdom of divine timing. Everything I release returns in better form. Think of a river, it never struggles to reach the ocean. It simply flows. And even when rocks appear in its path, it does not stop. It finds a way around them. That is the nature of divine flow. It always finds a way. When you try to control, you become the rock. When you let go, you become the water. And water never fails to reach its destination. I am the river. I am the flow. I move effortlessly toward my good. The universe guides me with ease. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means trusting that life is intelligent. It means trusting that what is meant for you cannot pass you by. It means remembering that you are not separate from divine order. You are part of it. The same power that guides the stars is guiding your steps. The same intelligence that forms the seasons knows when it's time for your harvest. You do not need to rush what is growing. You only need to trust the process. I release my timeline and trust divine order. My season will arrive in perfect time. I surrender to the rhythm of life. Now imagine before you a gentle wind, the energy of the universe itself. It swirls softly around you, lifting every worry, every old belief, every thought that says, I must make it happen. Watch those thoughts float away like leaves in the wind. You don't need them anymore. They are too heavy for where you're going. As you release, you feel lighter. You feel freer. You begin to understand that control was never safety, it was resistance. And surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom. I surrender my worries to divine love. I trust that what is meant for me cannot miss me. In surrender, I find my strength. The universe does not need your stress. It needs your stillness. It does not need your fear. It needs your faith. When you let go, you say to the universe, I am ready. I trust you. Lead the way. And instantly, invisible hands go to work on your behalf. Paths begin to clear. Solutions begin to form. Peace begins to replace panic. The universe works miracles on my behalf. Everything unfolds in my favor. I let go, and everything flows. Rest in that knowing. You don't have to be in control to be in peace. You only have to be in faith. Every time you breathe deeply, you are practicing surrender. Every time you smile through uncertainty, you are proving your trust. Every time you say, I release and allow, you open another door for divine movement. I let go completely. I trust infinitely. I am supported eternally. Let the silence now hold you. Let it whisper to your soul. You do not need to make it happen. You only need to let it happen. Everything that belongs to you is already finding its way. The universe is not testing you. It is teaching you to rest. It is teaching you to lean into love instead of fear. It is teaching you that surrender is your superpower. I rest in divine flow. I am guided without effort. I trust, I allow, I receive. Stay here for a few moments longer. Let the stillness seep into your soul. You are safe to release. You are safe to trust. You are safe to be guided. The power you once tried to control is now working through you effortlessly, joyfully, divinely. You are in harmony with the universe, and the universe is supporting you now. I let go, and everything good flows to me. The universe moves through me in perfect ways. I am free, I am guided, I am blessed. It is done. It is sealed. It is manifest now under grace, in perfect timing, in perfect peace. Close your eyes again and breathe softly, slowly, deeply. In this quiet stillness, feel how alive everything is. The air around you is shimmering with energy. The same energy that created the stars, that moves the oceans, that gives life to the flowers, is flowing through you now. You are not separate from it. You are made of it. You are not outside the universe. You are the universe expressing itself as you. I am one with the infinite energy of the universe. I am connected to all that exists. The divine power that made the stars lives in me. You are vibration. Every thought, every emotion, every word carries frequency. And your vibration calls to the universe like a song. When you think thoughts of faith, when you feel emotions of love and gratitude, your energy begins to harmonize with the divine. The universe listens not to your words, but to your vibration. And right now, as you soften into peace, your vibration rises higher, lighter, purer. You are tuning yourself to the frequency of miracles. I vibrate in harmony with love. My energy is calm, radiant, and magnetic. I attract experiences that match my peace. Imagine a light glowing in the center of your chest, soft, golden, and warm. With each breath, this light expands. It fills your heart, your mind, your entire being. It radiates outward, touching everything around you. You are now connected to the heartbeat of the universe. You are in tune with divine flow. You can feel the rhythm, a gentle pulse that matches your breath. This is the vibration of life itself, eternal, infinite, loving. I am the rhythm of creation. I am in perfect harmony with divine energy. Every beat of my heart aligns me with abundance. Notice how peaceful you feel when you stop trying. The more still you become, the more powerful you feel. The universe does not shout, it hums. It moves through quiet energy, through your intuition, through your joy, through the gentle nudges that feel like truth. That is how divine guidance speaks, not with noise, but with knowing. When you rest, you hear it clearly. When you trust, you move with it easily. When you align, you become unstoppable. I am guided by the energy of divine peace. I trust the whispers of my intuition. I am one with the flow of creation. Now imagine your entire body surrounded by soft golden light. It pulses gently in rhythm with your heartbeat. With each inhale, you draw in the energy of the universe. With each exhale, you release all that no longer serves you. This is balance. This is harmony. This is oneness. The same light within you glows in every soul you meet. The same spark in your heart burns in the heart of creation. There is no separation, only unity. I see the divine in all things. I am connected to every living being. I am the light, and the light is me. Feel the power of that truth. You are not small. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are the very essence of creation, a living expression of divine intelligence. And that intelligence moves through you constantly. Through your breath, your words, your choices, your presence. Every time you think with love, you amplify the light. Every time you choose peace, you ripple healing across the world. Every time you trust, you help the universe expand through faith. My peace uplifts the world. My light blesses everyone I meet. I am a vessel of divine energy. The more you align with this truth, the more life responds. Doors open effortlessly. Opportunities flow naturally. You become magnetic not by striving, but by being. Because energy meets energy. The universe reflects who you are, not what you chase. So, as you vibrate in peace, you attract peace. As you vibrate in love, you attract love. As you vibrate in abundance, you attract abundance. I attract what I am. I am love. I am peace. I am abundance. The universe mirrors my inner harmony. Stay here in stillness for a few breaths. Let your energy settle. Let your awareness expand. Feel the quiet connection between you and the stars, between you and every life, between you and the divine field of all possibilities. You are not asking the universe to help you. You are the universe helping itself through you. You are not separate from the source. You are the source expressing through form. I am the universe in motion. I am infinite energy in physical form. I am divine creation, and I am supported in all ways. As you rest in this awareness, peace flows through your entire being. The mind quiets. The heart glows. The soul smiles. You are aligned. You are one. You are supported always, in all things, by the infinite love that is both within and around you. I am one with divine energy. I am in harmony with the universe. The light within me is the light of all creation. And so it is. It is done. It is manifest under grace, in perfect ways. Breathe in, and as you exhale, feel a gentle warmth around you. It is invisible but real, the loving energy of the universe surrounding you. You are never walking this path alone. Every step you take is guided. Every decision is supported. Every moment is held by divine presence. I am never alone. I am guided in every step I take. The universe walks beside me always. There are unseen forces of love and protection moving through your life right now. You may call them angels, energy, ancestors, or simply divine intelligence. But they are here. They are the quiet voices that whisper, "Go this way." The gentle nudges that steer you away from harm. The calm feeling that says, "Everything will be okay." Even when you think you've been abandoned, you are surrounded. Even when you feel forgotten, you are remembered. Even when you can't hear guidance, you are being carried through silence. I am divinely guided, even when I don't see the way. I trust that unseen hands are leading me to peace. I am safe in divine care. Now imagine yourself walking down a quiet golden path. The air is soft, the world feels calm. Every step you take lights up beneath your feet, as if the universe is gently saying, "Keep going, beloved. You are doing well." You don't have to rush. You don't have to worry about what's ahead. The light appears with each step, not before. And that's how divine guidance works. You are shown one step at a time, not because the path is unclear, but because your faith is being strengthened. Each step is revealed when I am ready. I trust the unfolding of my path. Divine timing lights my way. Feel the truth of this, that there is no such thing as a wrong turn. Even detours are part of the plan. Even pauses are divine preparation. You cannot miss what's meant for you when love is guiding your steps. The universe walks before you to prepare the way. It walks beside you to give you courage. It walks behind you to protect you from what you cannot see. I am divinely protected and supported in all directions. My path is safe. My journey is blessed. I walk in the light of divine order. You have been guided to this very moment, to hear these words, to breathe this breath, to remember this truth. Nothing is random. Every meeting, every challenge, every miracle, is part of the choreography of divine love. The universe does not forget you. It remembers every prayer, every dream, every quiet hope, and it answers them in ways your human mind could not imagine. Not with noise, but with perfect alignment. The universe remembers my every prayer. Every desire in my heart is guided toward fulfillment. I am seen, I am known, I am loved. Now bring your awareness to your breath again. With every inhale, feel love flowing into you. With every exhale, feel gratitude flowing back into the universe. This is communication. This is prayer without words. Your breath is the bridge between you and divine energy. And as you breathe, remember, you are part of something vast and intelligent. You are the expression of divine order in human form. You are never separate from the source. The breath of the universe moves through me. I am connected to divine life with every breath. I rest in the safety of infinite love. When you feel lonely, remember, loneliness is not the absence of people. It is the forgetting of your connection to the whole. You are connected to every tree, every star, every soul. There is no gap between you and creation, only awareness waiting to return. You are surrounded by presence. You are upheld by love. You are never alone, not for a single moment. I am one with all that is. I am surrounded by divine presence. I am supported in every breath, in every heartbeat. Stay here in this awareness. Soft, warm, grounded in peace. Let this truth echo in your soul. You are never walking alone. The universe walks with you, not ahead or behind, but through you. Every step is blessed. Every path is guided. Every moment is divine. I am loved. I am guided. I am carried by divine hands. I walk in faith, knowing the universe supports me. I am safe in the infinite care of creation. And so it is. It is done. It is manifest now under grace, in perfect love, in perfect time. Take another slow, gentle breath. Let it fill your chest. And as you exhale, whisper softly, "Thank you." This is the sacred sound of creation, thank you. It is the vibration that opens every door. It is the frequency that unlocks abundance. When you live in gratitude, you align with divine flow. You begin to notice that everything, even the smallest moment, is grace. I am thankful for the love that guides me. I am grateful for the unseen blessings unfolding now. Gratitude multiplies everything I touch. Gratitude is not only for the things you receive. It is for the breath you take, the lessons you learn, the challenges that taught you strength, the pauses that led to purpose. The universe responds instantly to gratitude. Each thank you is a magnetic wave that draws more good to you. Every time you say, "I am grateful," you tell the universe, "I trust you." And where trust exists, miracles appear. Thank you for every gift, seen and unseen. Thank you for the perfect timing of my life. Thank you for the peace that flows through me now. Now, place your hand gently over your heart. Feel its steady rhythm. This is the drumbeat of divine abundance. With every beat, life says, "You are blessed." With every breath, creation whispers, "You are loved." Take another breath in, slow and sacred. With every inhale, imagine breathing in light, the energy of everything you are grateful for. With every exhale, release anything that blocks appreciation. Fear, frustration, worry. You are clearing the channel for divine flow. I breathe in gratitude. I exhale grace. I am thankful for what is and what is to come. My heart overflows with appreciation. Gratitude is not a reaction, it is a practice. It does not wait for good to appear, it creates good. When you are grateful, you move from lack to love. You stop asking, "Why don't I have more?" and begin declaring, "I already have enough." And from that energy, more arrives, not by chasing, but by allowing. I have more than enough. Every need is already met. I live in a universe of infinite generosity. Now, imagine before you a gentle river of golden light, flowing freely, endlessly, joyfully. This is the flow of abundance. Every time you give thanks, you step deeper into it. Every time you complain, you step out. But the river is always there, waiting for your return. Step into it now, through gratitude. Feel it washing over you, cleansing old beliefs, renewing faith, expanding love. I am standing in the river of divine abundance. Gratitude opens every channel of prosperity. I am in the flow of infinite supply. Gratitude is the bridge between heaven and earth. When you give thanks for what you already have, you invite heaven to send more. You create a divine echo. Your gratitude rises, and blessings return multiplied. As I give thanks, I receive more. My gratitude is my magnet for miracles. Every thank you plants the seed of new blessings. So give thanks for your body, it has carried you through so much. Give thanks for your mind, it has learned, grown, adapted. Give thanks for your heart, it has been broken, yet still believes. Give thanks for this moment because this moment is sacred. You are breathing. You are alive. You are in the presence of divine love right now. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my peace. Thank you for the light within and around me. Now, let your gratitude expand outward to the people you love, the places that shaped you, the lessons that matured you, the dreams that are still becoming real. See your entire life bathed in golden light, the glow of gratitude transforming everything it touches. This is the secret. Gratitude doesn't wait for miracles. It creates them. And as you continue to live in thanks, the universe continues to respond with grace. My gratitude aligns me with miracles. I am blessed beyond measure. I give thanks, and abundance flows endlessly. Rest here for a few breaths. Breathe slowly. Smile softly. Feel your energy expanding with warmth. The universe is listening to every thank you. It is smiling back through synchronicities, through ease, through peace. Gratitude is your prayer, and the universe answers every prayer that begins with love. I am grateful, I am blessed, I am one with infinite good. I give thanks now, and my blessings multiply. The universe responds to my gratitude with endless grace. It is done. It is sealed. It is manifest now under grace, in perfect, divine ways. Take a slow, deep breath, and let your body soften. Let your shoulders drop. Let your mind quiet down. Let every cell in your body relax into stillness. You have done enough. You have trusted enough. You have asked, aligned, allowed, and now it is time to rest. The universe is carrying you. The current of divine flow has already taken hold. You don't need to swim anymore. You only need to float. I rest in divine trust. The universe is carrying me now. Everything I desire is being arranged in perfect order. Imagine yourself resting in a golden ocean of light. The waves move gently beneath you, calm, steady, warm. They lift you effortlessly. You are weightless, safe, supported. Every ripple knows where to take you. Every movement brings you closer to your highest good. You no longer have to push, prove, or perform. You no longer need to wonder when things will happen. They are already happening in silence, in grace, in divine precision. I surrender the outcome and trust the process. I am supported by forces greater than I can see. I am carried by divine flow in perfect peace. You have walked through doubt and learned faith. You have faced uncertainty and discovered strength. You have released control and found peace. Now, the lesson becomes simple: trust and rest. Everything that was once heavy now feels light. Everything that was once unclear now feels calm. Because you have remembered, you are not the one who must hold it all together. The universe is holding it for you. The universe supports me effortlessly. I am always guided to what is meant for me. I rest knowing that divine timing never fails. Close your eyes and imagine the energy of love surrounding you like a soft blanket. It wraps around you, cocooning you in safety and stillness. This is divine love, the same love that created worlds. It is alive, aware, and active within you now. You can release every worry into this love. You can place every burden in its hands. You can whisper, "Take this, I trust you." And the universe responds instantly. I hand all my worries to divine wisdom. I trust that love is working for my good. Peace flows through me like a river. The mind may still try to plan, to predict, to prepare. But peace does not live in planning, it lives in presence. Here, in this breath, you have everything you need. You are safe. You are loved. You are supported. And as you rest in this trust, you align with the highest vibration of all faith. Faith that the unseen is more real than the seen. Faith that the energy of love never fails. Faith that everything is unfolding in divine perfection. I rest in faith. I am carried by love. All is well in my world. Now, imagine the light around you expanding, growing wider, brighter, softer. It fills the space around you. It stretches beyond walls, beyond time, beyond form. You have become one with the light, and the light is carrying you home. The light whispers gently, "You have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fix. You have nothing to force. All is in order. All is in motion. All is unfolding for your highest good. I am one with divine peace. I am cradled in the arms of the universe. I rest knowing that life is always working for me. Let this peace fill you completely. Let it soak into your thoughts, your breath, your heartbeat. You are resting now, not just your body, but your soul. You are safe in the flow of divine love. You are supported beyond measure. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And from this stillness, all good things are born. Ideas will come with ease. Opportunities will appear without force. Relationships will harmonize naturally, because you are in the vibration of trust. And trust is creation's highest language. I trust, therefore I receive. I rest, therefore I rise. I am supported by love in all things. Stay here for a few breaths longer. Let the calm become your home. Let the silence become your teacher. Let love become your atmosphere. You do not need to ask anymore. You only need to allow. Everything is happening for you now. Everything is unfolding with grace. Everything is already answered. I am safe. I am loved. The universe carries me now. And as you rest in this truth, may peace become your permanent state, may trust become your nature, and may the light of divine support never leave your awareness again. It is done. It is sealed. It is complete under grace, in perfect ways, now and forever.
The words you speak this morning are shaping your future. I want you to pause and let that truth settle into your spirit. Every syllable, every declaration, every whisper that leaves your lips carries a creative force that moves unseen energies into action. Most people rise in the morning and speak words carelessly, unaware that they are already planting seeds for tomorrow's harvest. They say, "I'm so tired. I don't know how I'll make it today. Nothing ever works out for me." And then they wonder why life feels heavy, why opportunities seem scarce, why peace feels out of reach. But spiritual law is exact. It is not mocked, nor does it fail. What you speak today, you will see tomorrow. Your words are not mere sounds, they are divine commands. When you speak, you are writing instructions to the universe. You are shaping your experiences, inviting either favor or fear, blessing or burden, peace or chaos. Your words are seeds, and every seed you plant must grow. There is no neutral speech. Everything you say is either bringing life or bringing death into your circumstances. This is why Scripture declares, life and death are in the power of the tongue. It is not poetry, it is law. You are a creator, and your greatest tool is your voice. As you begin your day, I want you to see your words as spiritual keys. Some keys unlock blessings and miracles, and some lock you into cycles of struggle. If you rise each day and speak fear, doubt, and lack, you will open doors to those very things. But if you wake up and speak faith, gratitude, and abundance, you will unlock blessings faster than you imagined. There is no delay in spirit. Spirit responds to the voice of faith. Heaven listens to the sound of belief. Angels are dispatched when you declare words aligned with truth. I have seen this law at work countless times. I have watched people rise from despair to joy simply by changing their words. I have seen financial doors open when someone stopped saying, "I can't afford this," and began declaring, "Divine supply meets every need." I live in a universe of endless abundance. I have seen health restored when a person stopped rehearsing sickness and started speaking life. I am whole. I am vibrant. The life of God flows through me now. The moment you shift your language, you shift your future. Most people live in reaction, describing what they see rather than creating what they desire. But you are not called to be a victim of circumstance. You are called to be a creator under divine law. You have been given the power to speak things into existence. Your word is your wand. It has the authority to shape matter, to call forth opportunities, to rearrange the very fabric of your life. What you speak today will not merely influence your mood. It will architect your tomorrow. So I ask you this morning, what are you planting? Are your words planting weeds of worry or seeds of faith? Are you cursing your own life without realizing it? Every time you say, "I'm always unlucky," life simply agrees. Every time you say, "I'm so broke," the universe responds, "Very well." But when you say, "I am divinely prospered, everything I need comes to me quickly and easily," you activate a spiritual law that cannot be broken. Life then rearranges itself to match your words. I am here to tell you today that your words are not powerless. They are living forces, they are containers of energy, carrying either faith or fear. If you want to see miracles, you must first speak them. If you want to live in abundance, you must declare abundance. Do not wait for circumstances to change before you speak differently. speak differently, and your circumstances will change. This is the key most people overlook. You do not describe your life, you design it. As you begin this day, I challenge you to guard your tongue like a precious treasure. Let every word you speak be filled with life. Speak health, speak wealth, speak protection, speak favor. Say out loud, "This is a day of blessings. Everything I need flows to me under grace. I walk in divine order, guided and protected every step of the way." Watch how quickly things begin to shift. Your words are your greatest spiritual currency. Use them wisely. Today, choose to speak only those things you desire to see. Plant seeds of faith and abundance, and your life will bloom accordingly. This is your power, your divine inheritance, and your invitation. Use your words to create the miracle-filled day you deserve. Before I guide you into today's affirmations and teachings, I want you to understand who I am and why these words carry power. I am Florence Scovel Shinn, and my life's work has been to reveal to men and women the laws of spirit, the laws that govern health, wealth, success, and happiness. I am not here to give you empty platitudes or shallow encouragement. I am here to teach you divine law, a law as exact as mathematics, a law that never fails when applied correctly. And that law says, your life is a reflection of your words, your thoughts, and your unwavering faith. Years ago, I discovered a truth that would change my entire existence. Everything in life begins in the unseen. Every home you live in, every dollar you spend, every opportunity that crosses your path was once invisible. It was once only an idea, a thought, a spoken word. The visible world is only the picturing of the invisible. If you want to change your life, you must first change the unseen patterns within yourself, your thoughts, your beliefs, and most importantly, your words. For words are not idle expressions, they are the building blocks of your destiny. In my book, The Game of Life, and How to Play It, I wrote that life is not a battle, it is a game, and like every game, it has rules. Most people live in confusion and struggle because they do not know the rules. They move through life blindly, speaking words of fear, expecting failure, and attracting chaos. But those who learn the rules, those who learn to harness the power of their words, their thoughts, and their faith, find that life becomes a masterpiece. They do not live by luck, they live by law. One of the greatest truths I teach is this: your word is your wand. You have been given the power to speak things into existence, to create order out of chaos, to summon abundance out of lack. When you speak with authority, when your words are backed by faith, heaven itself responds. The angels hear your voice, and unseen forces move to bring your words to pass. But the opposite is also true. Words of fear, doubt, and defeat create more of the same. That is why I say, you are either blessing your life or cursing it every time you open your mouth. I am not here to teach superstition. I am here to teach science, spiritual science. The law of the spoken word is as real as the law of gravity. Gravity does not care if you believe in it, it will pull you down regardless. In the same way, spiritual law is working all the time, whether or not you are aware of it. If you speak failure, you will experience failure, not because God has abandoned you, but because you are declaring and creating your own reality. If you speak success, if you boldly declare abundance, if you affirm health and harmony, those very things must appear, because divine law is exact. When I first began teaching these principles, many came to me with skepticism. They would say, "Mrs. Shinn, you mean to tell me that words can change my life?" And I would answer, "Yes, words spoken with faith are invincible forces." Over the years, I have seen miracle after miracle unfold for those who dared to believe. I have seen men lifted from poverty into wealth because they stopped declaring lack and started affirming divine supply. I have seen women heal from incurable illnesses because they replaced words of fear with words of faith. I have seen marriages restored, debts erased, doors of opportunity open, all because people learned the secret power of the spoken word. My mission is simple: to awaken you to your God-given authority. You are not a victim of chance, fate, or circumstances. You are a creator, made in the image of a creator. And your most powerful tool of creation is your tongue. That is why this message is so important. The words you speak this morning will shape your tomorrow. They will determine the opportunities that come, the relationships that form, the peace you feel, and the prosperity you experience. When you truly grasp this truth, your life will change. You will stop wasting words on fear, gossip, and complaint. You will begin to speak with intention. You will learn to prophesy over your own life, declaring health, wealth, joy, and favor. And you will watch as divine law responds, quickly and powerfully. I invite you to journey with me today. Open your heart to these truths, not as mere motivation, but as spiritual science that has been tested and proven. If you will practice these teachings daily, your words will become wands of power, and your life will reflect the beauty and abundance that is already yours by divine right. Today is not just another day, it is a new beginning. And that beginning starts with your voice. So speak carefully, speak boldly, speak faithfully. The moment you choose to align your words with truth, your destiny begins to shift. This is why I am here. To remind you of your power, to point you back to God's law, and to show you that miracles are not rare accidents. They are the natural outcome of faith-filled words. Morning is the most powerful time of your day. When you wake, your mind is soft, open, and impressionable. It is like fresh soil, ready to receive seeds. The words you speak first thing in the morning are those seeds, and they will determine the kind of day you live, and, more importantly, the future you create. Most people rise and start speaking fear, stress, and doubt without realizing that they are programming their day with these very vibrations. They say, "I'm exhausted already," or "I'm so worried about what's ahead." These words are not harmless. They are blueprints, sending instructions to the subconscious mind and the universe itself. Morning sets the tone for everything that follows. When you speak blessings as soon as you wake, you align yourself with divine order. You create a vibration that calls forth peace, prosperity, and favor before you even step outside your door. But when you start your day with negative speech, you invite chaos before your feet even hit the floor. This is not superstition, this is spiritual law. Your subconscious mind is most open in the first hour of your day, and whatever words you speak during this time will sink deep into your heart and begin shaping your reality. Think of it like a garden. If you plant weeds early in the morning, those weeds will grow all day, and by evening, you will be surrounded by them. But if you plant flowers, words of faith, truth, and gratitude, those will bloom and create beauty throughout your day. The same sun that grows weeds also grows roses. The difference is in the seed. Morning words are seeds, and you decide whether your day is a garden of blessings or a tangle of problems. I once worked with a man who told me that every morning, his first words were, "Another terrible day ahead." He had no idea that this habit was programming his life. He carried that expectation everywhere he went, and life simply obeyed his words. I asked him to try something new for 1 week. Before even getting out of bed, he was to say, "Today is a day of miracles. I am divinely guided, protected, and blessed." At first, he laughed and said it felt foolish. But after 3 days, he noticed something extraordinary. He felt calmer, opportunities flowed more easily, and even strangers treated him with unexpected kindness. The words he spoke in the morning shifted his entire vibration, and life responded. This is why I urge you to treat your mornings as sacred. The first words you speak should not be careless chatter, they should be spiritual declarations. The world is full of noise, and once you step into your day, distractions will try to pull your attention in every direction. But when you take those first moments to speak life, you anchor yourself in truth. You enter your day not as a victim of circumstances, but as a co-creator with God, commanding your life to align with divine order. Your mornings are a spiritual reset. No matter what happened yesterday, no matter what challenges you faced last night, every sunrise brings a new opportunity to speak differently and create differently. The Spirit of God is always fresh. His mercies are new every morning. When you open your mouth at dawn and declare, "This is a day of blessings, favor, and miracles," you are activating spiritual law. The universe responds to faith-filled words, and your day bends itself to match your declaration. Do not underestimate the power of this habit. Most people think their day happens to them, but I say your day begins in you. If you begin with gratitude, you will see more to be grateful for. If you begin with fear, you will see more to fear. Spiritual law is exact. It gives you more of what you focus on and speak. That is why morning affirmations are not optional for those who wish to live in abundance. They are essential. Let your first words each morning be words of victory. Say, "I am divinely guided today. Everything I need flows to me easily. I am surrounded by love, protected by grace, and supplied by heaven." Speak these words even if you feel tired, even if fear is whispering in your ear. Speak them with authority, because spiritual law does not move by feelings, it moves by faith. The moment you declare truth, you override fear. If you want to transform your entire life, start by transforming your mornings. Stop reaching for your phone as soon as you wake. Stop speaking complaints before you've even gotten out of bed. Instead, take a breath, close your eyes, and align your heart with spirit. Then open your mouth and speak blessings. Do this for 7 days, and you will notice a shift. Do this for 30 days, and your life will begin to change dramatically. The morning is your chance to reset the energy of your life. Use it wisely. If you speak life at sunrise, you will walk through your day with peace, favor, and strength. Doors will open that no man can shut. Problems will dissolve before they reach you. People will be drawn to bless you, because your words will have created an atmosphere that attracts good. This is why I say, the most important words you speak all day are the ones you speak first. Treat your mornings as holy ground, for in them lies the blueprint of your destiny. There is a law that governs life, and once you understand it, you will never again feel powerless. It is the law of manifestation, the spiritual truth that everything you see in your life began first in the unseen. Every success story, every home, every relationship, every miracle was once only a thought, a word, a belief spoken into being. The physical world is not the starting point of creation. It is the result. Manifestation is simply the process of bringing what already exists in spirit into form. Many people believe that life is random, that blessings are handed out sparingly, and that they have no control over their circumstances. But I am here to tell you this: you are not a victim of chance, you are a co-creator with God. The same power that formed the universe is available to you. The scriptures say, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." That means the very foundation of creation is the spoken word. When God spoke, "Let there be light," light appeared. And when you speak words backed by faith, you are using that same divine principle to shape your reality. Words are not empty sounds. They carry vibration, and vibration attracts. Your words are spiritual magnets pulling experiences toward you. When you declare, "I am healthy, strong, and whole," you are aligning your vibration with health, and your body begins to respond. When you say, "I am abundantly supplied," opportunities start to move in your direction. On the other hand, when you say, "I'm always broke," or "Nothing ever works out for me," you are planting seeds of lack and failure, and those seeds cannot help but grow. Your subconscious mind is the fertile soil in which your words are planted. It does not argue, it does not question, it simply accepts whatever you say repeatedly as truth. If you say, "I am unlucky," your subconscious will find ways to prove you right. If you say, "I am divinely guided and protected," your subconscious will open doors of guidance and safety. You are programming your life every time you open your mouth. The universe is simply echoing what you have already decreed. I once counseled a woman who was desperate for a new home. She had been searching for months with no success, and she came to me discouraged. I asked her, "What have you been saying about finding a home?" She sighed and said, "I keep saying, I'll never find anything I like." And I said to her, "There is your answer. You are prophesying lack with your own words." I gave her a new affirmation: "I am divinely led to the perfect home, and it comes to me with speed, under grace, and in perfect ways." She began speaking it daily, and within weeks, she found a home that was better than she imagined, at a price she could afford. That is not luck, that is law. Manifestation is not magic, it is alignment. When your words and thoughts align with truth, creation becomes effortless. But when your words contradict your desires, you create resistance. Many people pray for blessings while speaking defeat, and they wonder why nothing changes. They say, "I hope God will help me," yet immediately follow it with, "But I doubt it will ever happen." Your words cancel out your prayers. You cannot plant weeds and expect roses. You must plant what you want to grow, and you plant it through words. Let me make this simple for you. Manifestation begins in thought, is empowered by belief, and is brought into form by words. The law is always working, whether you realize it or not. You are already manifesting daily. your job, your relationships, your finances, your health are all mirrors of your inner speech. If you want to see something different, you must begin speaking differently. This is not positive thinking alone, it is spiritual science. It is understanding that God created you in His image, and He spoke the world into being. That means you have been given the gift of creation through speech. I encourage you to examine your words today. Do they match the life you desire? Or are they reinforcing the life you wish to leave behind? Begin replacing every word of fear with faith. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," say, "God is my unlimited source. All that I need comes to me now." Instead of saying, "I'm so unlucky," declare, "I am divinely favored, and good follows me everywhere I go." This simple shift will begin to change your vibration, and as your vibration changes, so will your experiences. Manifestation is not about forcing outcomes. It is about aligning with the truth that your blessings already exist in spirit. The moment you speak as if it is already done, you call it into your reality. That is why I tell my students, never beg God for what is already yours by divine right. Speak it, claim it, declare it. Your faith-filled words are the bridge between the unseen and the seen. Today, understand that your mouth is a tool of creation. Every declaration is like a brush stroke, painting your life's canvas. Speak deliberately. Speak faithfully. Speak boldly. You are not waiting for miracles. Miracles are waiting for your voice. Now that you understand the power of your words and the law that governs them, it's time to speak life into your morning. These affirmations are not idle sentences, they are spiritual decrees. When spoken with faith and conviction, they unlock blessings, align you with divine order, and set the tone for your entire day. Before we begin, I want you to take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and feel the rhythm of life pulsing within you. This is proof that Spirit is alive in you, guiding and sustaining you even now. As you repeat these words, imagine them going forth like seeds, planted into rich, fertile soil, ready to grow and bear fruit. You are not merely reciting phrases, you are rewriting your destiny. Speak each line slowly, with authority, and allow yourself to feel the truth behind the words. I am divinely guided in every step I take today. Say this with confidence. Know that you are never alone. Invisible hands are directing your path, and every decision you make is led by Spirit. Guidance is not something you have to search for. It flows through you naturally when you align with divine order. I am abundantly supplied. All that I need comes to me quickly and easily under grace. Picture doors opening for you. See opportunities flowing your way. Believe that your provision has already been arranged. This affirmation is a key that unlocks the storehouses of heaven, reminding you that God's supply is infinite and ever-present. I am strong, healthy, and filled with divine energy. Speak this even if your body feels weak. Your words carry healing power. You are declaring life over every cell, every organ, every system of your body. Health is your birthright, and by speaking it, you allow the life of God to flow through you. I walk in perfect peace today, no matter what comes. See yourself moving through your day with calm assurance. no longer tossed by fear or worry. Peace is not the absence of problems, it is the presence of God within you. This affirmation seals your day in protection and calm strength. Everything I touch today prospers and succeeds. And say this boldly. Speak it over your work, your family, your finances, and every interaction you have. Prosperity is not luck, it is law. When you speak this affirmation, you charge your day with success and expectation. I am surrounded by love, favor, and kindness everywhere I go. Feel this as truth. Imagine every person you meet treating you with grace, every door opening easily, every situation bending in your favor. You are creating an atmosphere that draws kindness and opportunity like a magnet. This is a day of miracles, blessings, and divine surprises. They allow yourself to expect the unexpected. Believe that today is not ordinary. It is filled with moments of grace designed specifically for you. When you speak this, you give heaven permission to astonish you with goodness. Now pause for a moment and let these words sink in. Close your eyes and picture yourself walking through your day carrying this energy. See your body radiating health. See your home filled with peace. See opportunities coming to you with ease. Your words have already gone out into the universe, and the law of God is already at work, arranging every detail in your favor. Affirmations are not magic. They are truth spoken with authority. They align your heart, mind, and spirit with God's perfect plan. When you repeat them daily, they reprogram your subconscious mind and create a vibration that attracts blessings. Think of them as spiritual armor. They protect you from negativity and keep your focus on what is real, the abundance, peace, and love that already exist in spirit. Many people wake up and allow fear to set the tone for their day. They immediately check their phones, read the news, and speak words of worry. But you are choosing a higher path. By starting your day with faith-filled declarations, you are rising above the noise of the world and anchoring yourself in truth. The more you speak these affirmations, the more natural they will feel. At first, your circumstances may not match your words, but keep speaking. Faith does not look at appearances. Faith speaks the end result into being. You are training your mind and your environment to align with spirit. In time, your life will reflect what you say with conviction. Repeat these affirmations every morning for at least 7 days, and watch for small shifts. Then extend this practice to 30 days, and you will see your life begin to transform. Opportunities will come. Unexpected blessings will appear. Relationships will heal. You will walk in a peace and confidence that nothing can shake. This is not a hope, it is a law. Remember, every morning is a new opportunity to write your day before it unfolds. By speaking these affirmations with boldness, you are stepping into the role of creator. You are shaping your reality with the power of your tongue. Let these words become a habit so deeply rooted in you that they are the first sounds your lips make each day. Your mornings are holy ground, and your words are the keys that unlock miracles. Begin each day with these truths, and your life will become a living testimony of God's perfect order. Now that you have spoken words of truth, let us seal them with vision. For words are seeds, but visualization is the sunlight that warms them and gives them life. The scriptures say, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." This means that what you hold in your imagination, what you see with your inner eye, is just as important as what you speak. Vision is faith in picture form. When you see your blessings as already yours, you send a powerful signal to the universe. This is mine now. And the law of God responds. Find a comfortable position. If you are sitting, let your shoulders relax, and place your hands gently in your lap. If you are standing, stand tall but soft, as if the weight of worry has just melted off you. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Breathe again, filling your lungs completely, and release every burden, every thought of yesterday, every fear about tomorrow. Feel yourself becoming still, grounded, and open to the divine presence that surrounds you now. Now imagine a soft, golden light filling the space around you. See it entering the room like the morning sun, bathing every corner in warmth. This light represents the presence of spirit, the divine mind that holds the blueprint for your perfect life. See this light wrapping around you like a cloak of safety, love, and power. Let it settle over you, calming your mind and reassuring your heart. This is the energy of God's perfect order, and it is here, in this very moment. Picture yourself standing at the door of a beautiful garden. This is the garden of your life, and everything you see within it reflects what you have planted with your words and beliefs. For some, this garden may feel overgrown with weeds of worry or disappointment. But today, you are here to transform it. In your mind's eye, see yourself carrying a basket filled with seeds, seeds of faith, abundance, love, and joy. Walk into the garden now. See yourself kneeling down and planting these seeds carefully, one by one, speaking over each one as you do. When you plant the seed of abundance, say, "I am abundantly supplied." As you plant the seed of health, say, "I am whole and strong." As you plant the seed of peace, say, "I walk in divine calm." With each word, see a golden glow radiate from your hands, sinking deep into the soil of your subconscious mind. Now imagine these seeds sprouting instantly. Watch as beautiful green shoots push through the ground. See flowers of prosperity bloom around you. See towering trees of strength and confidence rising higher and higher. Your entire garden is bursting into life. The weeds are gone, replaced with vibrant beauty and abundance. You are standing in a world that reflects your faith-filled words. Take a moment to see yourself living the life you desire. If you are believing for financial supply, see yourself opening letters of unexpected blessings or holding your bank statement with gratitude. If you are believing for health, see yourself strong, moving with energy, glowing with life. If you are believing for love, picture yourself surrounded by warm, joyful relationships. Let these visions be vivid and real. Feel them as if they are happening right now, because in spirit, they already are. Now imagine yourself walking through this garden with confidence. The same golden light that filled the room earlier now pours down from heaven, illuminating every step. You are not striving, You are not begging. You are simply receiving. Everything you desire is flowing toward you with ease, because you are aligned with divine law. The garden of your life is thriving because you are planting truth daily. Breathe in deeply again. As you exhale, whisper softly, "Thank you, Spirit." Gratitude is the water that nourishes these seeds. It tells the universe that you are ready, that you are expecting, that you trust God's perfect timing. Let gratitude fill your entire being. See the joy on your own face as you realize, this life you're imagining is not a fantasy. It is your reality in the making. Stay in this visualization for a moment longer. Feel peace wash over you. Feel your faith growing stronger. This picture you are holding in your mind is your blueprint, and every word you speak will give it more and more substance until it manifests in the physical world. When you are ready, take a slow, deep breath and open your eyes gently. As you return to your surroundings, remember that the light you felt, the beauty you saw, and the confidence you carried in that vision is with you right now. It is not bound to your imagination, it is spirit whispering, "This is yours." Visualization is not wishful thinking, it is training your inner world to align with truth. When your inner world is strong, the outer world has no choice but to reflect it. This is why I tell my students, see it, feel it, speak it, and it must come to pass. Use this visualization every morning after your affirmations. See your life as you want it, not as it is, and your faith will become unstoppable. Let me share a story with you, a story that demonstrates, beyond all doubt, the power of words, faith, and visualization. Many years ago, a woman came to me in utter despair. Her eyes were tired from crying, and her voice trembled with hopelessness as she said, "Mrs. Shinn, I feel like I'm cursed. I've tried everything, and nothing works. I can't find steady work, I'm drowning in debt, and I feel as if life is against me." I looked at her and said gently but firmly, "My dear, life is not against you, but your words are. You are speaking curses over your own life every day without realizing it. You are declaring defeat with every breath." She looked at me with confusion, so I explained, "You see, every time you say, 'I'm cursed,' 'I'm broke,' or 'I'm unlucky,' you are planting those seeds in your subconscious mind. The law of your life is responding to you faithfully. It is not punishing you. It is simply giving you what you declare." She buried her face in her hands and whispered, "So, what do I do?" I smiled and said, "We are going to rewrite your life with new words. We are going to speak a new prophecy over you." I gave her a simple affirmation. I am divinely led to my perfect work. All that is mine by divine, right now comes to me quickly, easily, and under grace. I told her to repeat it daily, morning, noon, and night. I also taught her to visualize herself, walking confidently into her perfect job, smiling with gratitude, and feeling the security of being abundantly supplied. At first, she struggled. Her old thoughts would creep in, and doubt would whisper, "This is silly. Words can't change your life." But she kept going. She wrote the affirmation on slips of paper and placed them by her bed, on her mirror, and in her purse. She would say it out loud every morning and every evening. She stopped speaking fear and replaced every negative word with truth. Within a week, something remarkable happened. She received a phone call from a friend she hadn't spoken to in years, offering her temporary work. She accepted it, and instead of saying, "Well, it's just temporary," she declared, "This is my first step into abundance." 2 weeks later, while working at that temporary job, she met someone who connected her to a permanent position. One that matched her skills perfectly and paid far more than she'd earned before. But that was only the beginning. As she continued to speak her affirmations daily, her life began to shift in other ways. She received unexpected checks in the mail. Her relationships improved. She even noticed her health getting better because she no longer woke up heavy with dread. She woke up expectant and filled with hope. When she returned to see me months later, she was unrecognizable, not just because her circumstances had changed, but because her energy had shifted. She stood taller, her voice was clear, and her face glowed with confidence. She said, "Mrs. Shinn, it feels like I stepped into another world. The old me is gone." I said, "That world was always there. You simply aligned yourself with it through your words and your faith." Her story is a perfect example of how the law of the spoken word works. You see, many people pray for miracles but speak defeat. They visualize blessings but declare lack. This creates resistance. But when your words, your faith, and your vision are in harmony, the universe has no choice but to respond. The law of God is exact. It does not pick and choose favorites, it responds to belief. This woman didn't change her life because she worked harder or begged louder. She changed her life because she believed differently, spoke differently, and saw differently. Her words were no longer careless, they were creative. She declared a new reality, and the law fulfilled it. This story is not rare, it is a mirror of what can happen for you. If you are facing impossible odds right now, understand this: your circumstances are not permanent. You are one decision away from a complete turnaround. That decision is to take control of your words and speak only those things that align with truth. The same spiritual law that worked for this woman is working for you right now. Every word you speak is a seed. Every vision you hold is a blueprint. The moment you stop rehearsing fear and start declaring faith, your life will begin to shift. People will come into your life unexpectedly. Opportunities will appear out of nowhere. Solutions will rise to meet you. But they will not come because you begged for them. They will come because you spoke them into being and believed they were already yours. I share this testimony so you know this teaching is not theory. It is not wishful thinking. It is truth that has been proven over and over again. Speak life, and life will answer. Speak abundance, and abundance will come. Speak peace, and chaos will fade. Your voice is powerful, and your words carry divine authority. Use them today, and your life will become a testimony too. Now that you understand the power of your words and the law of manifestation, it is time to create a spiritual routine, a practice so consistent and intentional that speaking life becomes your natural way of living. Transformation does not happen by chance, it happens by design. And that design begins with your voice. Just as an athlete trains their body daily to build strength, you must train your tongue to speak faith until it becomes instinctive. Your words are not meant to be careless. They are creative tools, spiritual instruments that shape your reality moment by moment. If you will commit to this daily speech practice, you will notice a shift in your energy. your opportunities, and your entire life. This is not a ritual, it is spiritual science. The more consistent you are, the faster you will see results. Here is a simple yet powerful 3-step routine. Step 1. Morning declarations. Start the day in alignment. The first hour of your morning is the most important part of your day because your subconscious mind is like soft clay, ready to be molded. The words you speak in those moments will echo through every encounter and decision you face. Instead of rushing to your phone or speaking words of worry, rise in stillness and gratitude. Place your hand over your heart and declare, "Thank you, Spirit, for this new day. I walk in divine order, guided and supplied. I am surrounded by love, favor, and protection. This is a day of miracles, blessings, and joy." Say these words aloud with authority. Speak them slowly and deliberately, allowing your voice to set the vibration for your day. You are commanding your environment before you step into it. If possible, speak your affirmations while looking in a mirror. See yourself as the confident, radiant person you are becoming. This practice creates not only spiritual alignment, but also confidence and peace that carries through the entire day. Step 2. Daytime vigilance. Guarding your Tongyu. Throughout the day, you must become a watchman over your own words. Most people sabotage their progress by speaking fear and negativity without realizing it. They complain about their finances, their job, their family, and then wonder why nothing changes. Spiritual law cannot bless words of defeat. Carry a small affirmation card in your pocket or keep a note on your phone with powerful declarations such as, "Everything I need comes to me at the perfect time. I radiate success and attract opportunities. My words carry power. I speak only truth and blessings." Whenever you feel fear rising or negativity trying to slip out of your mouth, pause and correct yourself immediately. Replace every complaint with gratitude, every doubt with a declaration of faith. This may feel awkward at first, but soon it will become natural. You are retraining your mind and rewiring your energy to align with truth. Remember, your words are like a steering wheel. They turn your life in the direction you speak. Step 3. Evening reset. Speaking peace before rest. Before you sleep, cleanse your heart and mind with words of peace. The last thoughts you hold before bed will continue to work in your subconscious while you sleep, shaping your tomorrow. Instead of replaying fears or frustrations, close your day with gratitude and faith-filled declarations. Say, "I release every worry and trust Spirit to handle every detail of my life. I rest in peace, knowing I am safe, loved, and cared for. I am grateful for today, and I look forward to even greater blessings tomorrow." This practice resets your spirit, allowing you to sleep deeply and wake up renewed. Your subconscious will take those words of faith and prepare the way for miracles to manifest while you rest. This daily speech practice works because it keeps you in constant alignment with divine law. Most people speak truth only when they feel positive. This routine trains you to speak faith regardless of circumstances. When your words are consistent, your vibration is consistent, and the universe responds accordingly. Within a few weeks, you will begin to notice small changes, people treating you differently, unexpected opportunities appearing, a sense of peace replacing anxiety. Within months, your entire life will feel transformed. This is not because your situation magically shifted overnight, it is because your words rewrote your reality from the inside out. Remember, your tongue is a creative tool. It is the pen that writes your destiny. When you speak truth daily, you are no longer reacting to life, you are creating it. Commit to this routine for 30 days. Morning declarations, daytime vigilance, and evening resets. Every single day. Write your favorite affirmations where you can see them, record yourself speaking them, and listen to your own voice declaring truth. Refuse to allow fear, gossip, or negativity to pass through your lips. Do this, and watch your life shift. Not because you are striving, but because you are aligning with a law that has been working since the beginning of time. As Scripture says, "In the beginning was the Word." And today, the Word is still the beginning of everything in your life. Your tomorrow is not waiting for luck, it is waiting for your words. Your future is not hidden in chance, it is hidden in your faith. Right now, in this very moment, you are holding the keys to everything you have prayed for. Those keys are not buried in some distant land or locked in the hands of others. They are in your mouth. Every time you speak, you are unlocking blessings or shutting them out. Every time you declare truth, you are planting seeds that will grow into your reality. I want you to pause and ask yourself, what kind of world are you creating with your words? Are you speaking defeat, frustration, and limitation? Are you declaring things like, "I can't catch a break," or "I'm always struggling," and then living out those very statements? Or are you speaking life, faith, and abundance? The universe is always listening, and so is your own soul. You are constantly programming yourself with every sentence that leaves your lips. Understand this: your words are not just sounds. They are spiritual law. Just as gravity pulls you down whether you believe in it or not, your words shape your reality whether you are aware of it or not. This is why I urge you to speak deliberately. Stop using words casually, because nothing about your voice is casual. It is creative. When you speak, you are sending a command to your subconscious mind, and your mind then shapes your life to match your words. Speak fear, and fear multiplies. Speak faith, and faith becomes substance. I have seen lives transformed in days when people finally understood this truth. I've seen men and women walk into their miracles simply by speaking them into existence with conviction. One woman I taught went from despair to abundance because she dared to replace every word of defeat with a declaration of truth. Every morning she said, "I am divinely led. Everything I need comes to me quickly and easily under grace." In weeks, her entire life rearranged itself to match her faith. That is the law at work. It is not reserved for a chosen few. It works for anyone who dares to use it. So, here is my challenge to you. For the next 7 days, speak only words of life. Catch yourself when you complain. Stop rehearsing pain. Refuse to talk about what you don't want. Instead, begin every morning with gratitude. Declare, "This is a day of blessings, and I expect miracles." Throughout the day, affirm, "I am guided, protected, and supplied." At night, release every burden by saying, "Spirit is handling every detail of my life. I rest in perfect peace." If you will do this for 7 days, you will notice a shift. Do it for 30 days, and your life will be unrecognizable. Your voice carries energy that shapes your environment. When you speak words of peace, You create an atmosphere of peace around you. When you speak words of abundance, you magnetize abundance. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances, you are the architect of them. If you want a different tomorrow, you must begin to speak differently today. Say these words with me now. I choose to speak life. I choose to speak faith. I choose to speak truth. My words are powerful, and I use them to create blessings in every area of my life. Feel the strength of those words. Let them sink deep into your soul. This is not positive thinking, this is spiritual law. Your faith-filled declarations are creating an energetic blueprint, and life will always rise to match that blueprint. No matter what you are facing right now, you have the power to change it with your words. If you are in debt, speak abundance. If you are lonely, speak love. If you are sick, speak health. Do not wait for circumstances to improve before you open your mouth. Open your mouth now and declare your victory. Speak boldly because your authority was given to you by the Creator Himself. You are a child of God, and your words carry divine weight. Today is the day to step into your power. No more careless words. No more speaking fear and expecting faith to work. From this moment forward, choose every word with intention. Bless your life with every breath you take. Bless your family, your finances, your health, your relationships, and your dreams. Declare good over everything that concerns you. The world will bend to match the vibration of your voice, because that is how God designed it. Let your life become a testimony. Let others look at you and see the power of spoken faith in action. Let your story prove that miracles are not random. They are the natural result of someone who dares to speak life every day. You are that person now. You are stepping into alignment with a law that cannot fail. So I leave you with this charge: speak boldly. Speak faithfully. Speak as if everything you desire is already yours. Because in spirit, it already is. And as you continue to speak life, your tomorrow will bloom with blessings, peace, and miracles beyond your imagination. Your words are your wand. Use them wisely, and you will create a life that reflects the glory and abundance of God Himself. Start today, start this very moment, and watch your entire world transform.